We're going to see you a lot more, I believe, in the winner's chair. So, yes, we will see you some more.
Are we playing today?
Are you playing today? I'm not sure. Yeah, sure.
We are playing today.
If you ain't before, you're going to be playing now after this one. So prepare yourself. I know you are super prepared. Don't let this man fool you. And we'll see you guys more here right after this break at Dream League.
There was a DreamHack PC. What if we told you there is? This is the DreamHack PC, built with the best components on the market, optimized for a flawless esports experience. Just add games.
Atlanta. Let's get back out. Head to Atlanta. Let's get.
What if there was a DreamHack PC? What if we told you there is? This is the DreamHack PC, built with the best components on the market, optimized for a flawless esports experience. Just add games.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of the Dota universe? We are back here, of course, at the World Congress Center here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. State of the peach, state of the sweet-ass Dota that we've been experiencing so far. We made it through our first series, gentlemen. Planet Odd taking down Team Secret 2-1. Hi, I'm Dakota, back with you, and I'm sure you noticed we have some awesome new Dream League attire here. If you head over to store.dreamhack.com, in about a month's time, you'll be able to get some of this sweet swag both myself and my awesome panel is sporting here. We got Slacks, Cap, and Ben Merlini. Gentlemen, I hope you don't judge me too much for using the word swag there.
It's okay. I kind of feel like we look like Star Trek characters.
Did you see the look that
we're all red shirts?
Dude.
We're all red shirts. We're all going to die soon.
Oh, God. It's not looking good for us.
This is the mission from
Welcome
hell.
to Starship Dream League.
How's things going on the bridge there, Lieutenant Merlini?
I don't know anything about Star Trek. I was distracted by Cap gave some
Captain
like
Wu.
He gave his look.
Captain Wu!
You were like modeling the Dream League thing, and you were like giving the camera
That's
the
just
look.
how I
the
look
Zoolander
always,
look.
Ben. It's not a specific look, it's just who I am.
The look.
He's always been a model. Come on. You don't get that kind of haircut by being a normal citizen. It's always fashion with this kid.
Yeah, I'm sure we enjoyed the 5-minute break of Cap staring at everybody at home for a solid straight 5 minutes. Always very intense.
I had to follow up like Slacks doing his like mock phone call and like doing a bunch of like creative things. I was like, I'm just gonna stare at the camera.
All right.
I was gonna stare at him. He's just gonna have to deal with me staring at him. That's how it works. This Dream League content potential. Guys, we got Vega versus Team Secret coming up for a second series. I know it's already feeling like it's been a long day already due to some unfortunate technical issues, but we're getting right back in the Dota action here. So let's break this one down a bit. Vega and Liquid. Vega, of course, being the team that people are probably a little bit more question marked over than all these other teams. We haven't seen them in a while. We know they're not going to TI. They probably have popped up here and there. I already mentioned earlier today at Star Ladder China, they made a brief appearance, but you know, Slacks, you had, again, a front row seat to be able to watch this team be able to move through the league and even push past Virtus Pro.
Yes.
Any expectations on what we're going to be seeing from Vega now as opposed to what we saw back then?
Well, you know, it's a big question. There's been a lot of time since before. They fought valiantly against many in this tournament. Their biggest opposition, of course, was VP, who they handedly survived against. So, I don't know what to expect. I feel like they could be anything. What I do know, though, is that a shark beats water by living in it. It eats water. So looking pretty bad for Liquid.
Because it's a water horse.
Pass the Capitals.
And that's a pass, official pass. As host, I will award this pass and pass it to the next person, please.
I think that like Team Liquid, they're going to this. They're probably. I mean, I would say right now they're probably one of the top 4 teams in the world. I think they have a very clear advantage over VEGA SQADRON, but who knows? Like again, it's a question of like, what does Liquid really want to show here? What is VEGA SQADRON like? What is? Are they super motivated to be able to end their season? Because I was talking about this earlier. There's only really like 2 teams that can end this whole entire Dota season on a win, right? The TI winning team and the Dream League winning team, potentially.
They don't get points, so unfortunately.
That's a pretty exclusive club. You could be like VEGA SQADRON and the TI winners. You'd be like, I ended my season on a win. How about that?
2018 looking pretty good already. Ben, I don't know how much you've had experience in being able to watch VEGA. You were there at Star Ladder. I remember distinctly some big Sayoma Rubik plays and such, but anything in particular you're looking to see from VEGA, hopefully?
Not disbanding, I suppose. I think as when these teams
don't.
Well, okay, most importantly, they didn't make TI. Okay, that's a big disappointment for every single team out there. And you mentioned that they can make it past the season with a win, but you can't lose TI if you don't go to TI, right? So that's always a big question mark, especially with the luck that you guys have had this season. It's like, oh man, what's gonna happen? Are they actually gonna come? But they stuck together. They've been, I guess, the second-tier CIS squad after Virtus Pro for a prolonged period of time. And I think when they did beat Virtus Pro was still, this was a while back when Virtus Pro was not looking as good.
Well, guys, we actually have a VEGA top 5. Let's remind everyone why VEGA are a threat and to be worried about. Let's check out their league action.
It looks like it's going to be pretty tough to actually contest it.
Afterlife is going to head in. We'll see if we can go for any sort of fishing. He managed to pick up the Aegis. Afterlife snatches the Aegis straight out of the claws of Na'Vi.
Roshan has fallen to the die.
Immortality.
And here we go. Straight in looking for Matuma Man. Tornado and EMP to follow through. GH tried to jump in to help out the team. The dust is out. Shaman the Slayer comes in with the crush, but the Repeller Matuma will save him. They've got the Telekinesis and Duel onto the Omni Knight. The swap save attempted by Matuma Man, but the combo flies through from the Invoker, and that's going to be Matuma Man and Mind Control out. Chaotic Offering has been dropped, but with the Freezing Field as well from Silent, forcing Liquid back. They've lost 4, and he is almost certainly not going to make his way out of it. They've got the lockdown with the Telekinesis. VEGA SQADRON will find themselves the team wipe. GG's called. It is much too much. Skylark, he's in a bit of trouble here. Will use the Roar to hold him back. They're going in, but immediately just that Solar Crest evasion, making sure the follow damage isn't there in straight away. He'll pot the BKB loadout. The Vacuum Wall comes through onto 3, 2 down on Mouse Sports, and they're ready to chase down for more here, VEGA SQADRON. Nyloa does eyeing up Skylark, the Nether Strike from Shaman the Slayer, controlling the Beastmaster, and the charge straight onto Madara, making sure that there's no TP out, and it's a full 5-man team wipe. Quick turn around with the Frostbite, a hook shot across from Shaman the Slayer, lays down the cogs. There's the jump in from Mitch, and he actually gets the black hole. He's got 2. I don't think they can cancel this. They can't with the BKB out. They'll get the Clockwork kill. They'll find Afterlife again. There's a second pick off for them. Now G jumping in, trying to down with the Chaotic Offering stun, holding G back. He will end up finishing off one of them. Uman's ticking down very low. He'll get the slow onto Gogi, but LeBron, he's there with the Burrow Strike. He holds G back. G, the Mana Void from Aloha at the end of the day. 4,000.
3,700 damage coming out from the CM Freezing Field. Dominant lane phase.
Aloha just going to jump into this. He wants to go in. The backup is there for the rest of his team. Afterlife gets the 3-man Vacuum Wall into the Static Storm.
Into the root.
The 4-man Overgrowth as well for Shaman to follow up. They've lost the Lina. Mitch will be taken down to death. Make that potentially more silent. Oh, he's kept alive. It looked like Elements might have been able to kill the Disruptor.
Rock it on.
That was VEGA top 5 highlighted moments from their Dream League Season 7 run, and now they have secured the spot here at the playoffs. And well, their first test is not going to be an easy one, going up against TI contenders Team Liquid, who are looking at one of the best teams in all of the world right now. So back here at the Dream League Enterprise.
Yeah.
So Slacks, based on the playstyle that VEGA are presenting there, I can't help but be a little concerned. Is this even going to be a patch form? We know G to be a Dragon Knight, Shadow Fiend player. We've seen them play a lot of Abaddon, and I haven't seen like much action from most of these kind of heroes. Is this going to be even a patch for VEGA?
Damn it, Dakota. I'm a panelist, not an analyst.
Back in the day, G used to be one of the
Pass.
And Kaplan.
Back in the day, G used to be one of the best like puck quap mids. Like that was when he was one of the best mids in the world at the time. So you look at the squad and it looks pretty good. Like Sioma has consistently led many teams to pretty strong showings in the CIS region. I think you've got both G, who is like a veteran and one hell of a talent in himself, but you also have Aloha Dan, so I think is one of the younger talents of the CIS region that I think has a very bright future ahead of him. So you've got a lot of talent there. It just seemed like they couldn't quite make it work for this season. And maybe it is a bit of the patch, even if some of the heroes are there available for G. It's not a. I think like G would prefer to have some of these supporting heroes out of his lane. I'm interested to see Spirit Breaker. I think Sioma, that's like been one of his heroes for the longest time, right? Yeah. And we talked about how those 4-position heroes, Spirit Breaker has been kind of like the newest up-and-comer when it comes to the top bands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, overall, a lot of people still getting the impression that this is a 4-position kind of a meta, and the door kind of revolves around if it's going to be a high-tempo 4-position kind of a meta or a maybe slower rolling one. But Ben, now on the other side, we have Liquid. Probably expect that this is going to be, for most people, like, oh, this should be a 2-0 by Liquid. But as we saw in the last series, you really don't know what to expect. So is there any shortcomings from Liquid that maybe a team like VEGA could be able to take advantage of and suddenly walk away with a surprise win?
I think it's more, I'm viewing it more in the eyes of how far can they experiment before they actually have the realistic possibility of dropping an easy series to VEGA. I would say this is pretty straightforward for Liquid. They could go in with their hardcore Wisp strategies and just roll them over, or they might want to see what else hasn't been explored in the patch, like we saw Team Secret did in the last matchup.
I'm curious to see how experimental Liquid can be as a team. I think of Kuro, and you look at him as more of a straight shooter, like he kind of just maybe wants to get the win, but I'll be curious to see if he's going to be like working in the lab at all. But we do have a Liquid top 3. Let's check out some of their top performances from their Dream League run.
Mid laners worth noting as well. Dendy still very much winning in terms of CS, and in fact, they're looking to dive here onto Miracle. They'll turn around with the Cold Snap and the Sunstrike. Disconnect onto Dendy, but he turns Dragon Slaves, bringing Miracle down low. Soneko's going to look to dive, chase down for the kill. Has the vision, one more mana point, but again, the Infused Raindrops saving Miracle's life and pop down the Ice Wall. And in fact, he's going to get himself away, and he might just turn and try and pick up the kill, and he does straight away. Thug, again, with the zip-in. Gets the silence free, Madara jumps in, but there's going to be the force back from Miracle up to the high ground. Matumba drops the chrono. He's caught 3 of them, turning towards his first target and brings down Thug. Thug's now out for 85 seconds. The vacuum of the Deathling Blast is there, and it will finally be GG as MNT spams the crash and burn in the chat to seal the deal.
R2 had some very nice... Oh, he actually gets the Rampage at the end of it, too.
Only held back by the Frostbite, but he's being healed up by GH. So hard to go on. Puppey heading forward, being repelled. They do get a nice 4-man Dream Coil, but straight into the snowball. They snowball out of the Dream Coil. That's some clever stuff there from Kuro. Punch, uppercut, straight onto Puppey. They get the 4-man vacuum. Kuroki trying to get himself up to the high ground. Ice Path will catch him, and they'll get the GH relocate. He saved him. He took Kuro out of the fight at literally the last millisecond, and now Liquid, they're ready to jump back in. Yapzor surrounded by the 3 of them. The Dragon's out and down. They've lost 2 on Secret, allowing Miracle to close the gap and clobber him in with his big stony claws.
There we see Liquid with some of their best moments from Dream League Season 7. Slacks, Are they the best team here, you think, of the 4?
You know, beat me up, Mr. Dakota. Beat me up to this team. I love this damn team. Every single time I see him, I get more and more excited. Dream League is one of the only places where you're going to be able to see GH on his Wisp. And people forget about that stuff. You can't let it happen, baby. He's a freaking madman. So, yes, we're going to see a lot of action from this team. We're going to see a lot of wins from this team. I got my hopes very high up for these bad boys.
It's rare to see, like, the newcomers to the competitive scene. It's rare to see supports, right? If you looked at the average age group of all the TI players, it was like the 4 and 5 positions who are like the oldest players, right? No, all the youngest players are sitting in the mid, but here you have GH, who's managed to make his name for himself on the pubs, playing purely like just supports, just playing heroes like Wisp. That's pretty impressive. He's managed to adapt pretty well into Liquid. I think that, you know, earlier on in the season, Liquid had a hard time I think Kuro had to mold these players. If you look at them, they're all relatively new to the competitive scene. Every single one of them is like, you know, only 1 or 2 years into real, you know, top tier pro Dota. And you've also got a lot of individual talent there. So I think it's just been a question of, you know, getting these players, how to work these players in these 9K cores together, and you know, who's got the farm priority in certain games.
You don't want too many cooks. You know, you don't want that whole thing.
Yeah,
going,
I mean,
but
if you
they
look
made it
at
work.
it, right, every single one of those players is like top level. So they probably feel like, you know, I need my farm. You know, I don't create space for someone else. You create space for me.
Well, let's see how these top-level players are going to be matching up against Vega, and let's see how their face-to-face looks here in this video.
What do I expect from my team this event? I expect nothing less but a victory, flawless victory. Our team strength is that we're very versatile in what we do, and we have a high personal skill level.
I guess we are a bit in better position right now, just because we're not going on TI. We have basically nothing to lose, and we're just chilling. Play better and show what we actually can, not the way we played on TI qualifiers 1 month ago.
Well, according to that stare down, I think Matumamem lost. I think he lost 2 of 1 right there. I would give props to G on that stare down win. But yeah, so we have high-level players, as they say, taking on the players with nothing to lose. Vega versus Liquid.
Merlini, are you there?
Hello. Is that what you do?
I think so. I watched Star Wars because I have friends.
Even Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, I didn't watch Star Trek. I have friends. Anyway, so do you think there's a harder team to ban against than Team Liquid? I mean, it seems like they have so many good heroes to their squad. You can't let them have the Lycan, you can't let them have the Wisp, you can't let them have a bunch of stuff.
It was a while ago, though. I think, what was it, Epicenter that they won, and then we haven't seen them play much since then. It was like Wisp, Bristle, also that you needed to, or Bristle, I would say in particular, but now Bristle's kind of fallen off, so maybe not as difficult now, and maybe they're going to be experimental. Does it even matter what you ban versus them?
Oh, that's some meta stuff. I don't know.
Maybe don't ban anything at all.
Yeah.
Oh!
Next level.
Hey, look at that. It's a Pokemon. It's Charizard.
It's the wrong game.
Okay. Is it, though? Is Pokemon not just a dumbed-down version of Dota? You have characters that have specific spells that fight. It's just an RPG Dota.
There are direct counters that happen.
We're not afraid. This is DreamHack.
It's a 5v5 Pokemon battle, really.
That's right. There's a lot of games here. Dakota.
All right,
you should be welcoming.
Then who's the Pokemon master of Dota? Who's the Ash Ketchum there, Slacks?
Gabe Newell has caught us all in his web of deceit.
Pokemon's so expensive, man.
Help.
Gotta catch all the Arcanas.
Gotta catch all the wallets. Okay, anyway. Oh, there's Kuro. What a nice boy.
You know, Gabe is actually the Professor Oak. He's the one that you like. He gives you that initial Pokemon, that initial hit.
Yeah.
Here's your
he sucks you into the whole entire world.
Your battle pass, aka Pokedex. Now collect everything inside.
Are you a boy or a girl? I don't care.
What's your name?
Give me your money.
Do you have money?
Oh, we love you. Okay. Anyway. So these two teams, you know, I've talked a lot up about Liquid. I feel like, you know, they have this kind of advantage where they're kind of really on fire right now. But then again,
yeah, talk down about Liquid.
They suck. I mean, let's be real.
All right.
They're goddamn garbage. So let's see that mega victory. Thank
you. So they're good yet not. All right.
I think the way they could lose is getting too greedy on their cores, and having VEGA Squadron just play like a Spirit Breaker and just play like that forward position that can be really disruptive. Start getting some of those laning phase kills. If you look at some of the heroes that they like to run, they sometimes like some pretty cancerous heroes. You know, some heroes that are really annoying to lane against. One of them, like Safe Lane Venomancer, for example.
Oh yeah,
that's really obnoxious.
Oh.
A little bit different to deal with.
Ooh. Sounds like some Star Trek fans. Safe Lane Veno. Ooh.
We were joking a lot during NDL when Veno was popular, and you saw Viper there, and what Jack was calling it as
humans. Hello.
There's people out there watching this stuff. It's crazy.
Fans. Make some kind of weird symbol, guys.
What's up, Pokemon fans?
Yeah, raise it in the air, Pokemon fans.
Put a W if you're a Star Wars fan, and a T.
All right, they don't want to be on camera anymore. Okay, she did. Okay, thank you. Okay, move the camera then.
Back to the other awkward ones on stage. It's only awkward when you make it awkward,
It's not awkward at all. Everyone's having a great time. Video games. So what were we talking about?
VEGA, urging the idea of VEGA going more on the device side of things, more of the ramping up the tempo. If Liquid are to kind of get almost full of themselves, like we're so good, let's get our great heroes and let's just bulk up to crush them later, maybe VEGA can pull out something that's just all-out aggressive, hits them hard in the laning phase, and they really have no potential to kind of be a problem later on. That seems like the common theme, but again, VEGA's just a team that's been in the dark now for how long? I don't know if they've been scrimming. I don't know if they have, secret Veno strats or some sort of, great back pocket Sand King that we don't normally see from them. But now that Sand King is such a great pick, maybe they have a great Sand King. I don't know.
I mean, it's a team that learns a lot. I have seen several times. I mean, it seems like every battle that they're in, they gain a little bit more and more experience, causing an evolution of their play style. I mean, overall, this team is hot. They're like fiery dragons that grew from tiny little salamanders.
Except they're water sharks, Slacks. Complete opposite, actually.
You didn't catch on to the metaphor, but it was there.
You were trying to go for
Charizard. So what, the TIS qualifiers was someone holding B when they tried to evolve?
Yes.
Is that what happened?
Indeed.
Just their growth got stunted?
The trade link fell off, so they evolved it.
Ash never grew Pikachu because he loved him the way he was, and that's how VEGA is.
So VEGA's just a Pikachu that is yet to evolve. They're feeling like they could be the best Pikachu.
They don't have to evolve, okay? They're perfect the way they are.
So then what would Liquid be if they were a Pokemon?
God, kill me.
You started this.
I didn't start this.
It's something that sucks in the beginning, but grows into something that's really good later on. Like just, goes through several yay, there's a good one, Magikarp.
Yeah, apparently
it's also a water
Slowpoke
Pokemon,
also.
So that works.
Slowpoke, I'm hearing, is also a potential Pokemon that they are, as we're trying to get into the draft here. Could be one, but...
Wow, Slowbro was a pretty hyped Pokemon.
Don't do this. Don't do this. Please don't go down this road.
Okay. Hey, look, there's Miracle. Talking about Invoker bans. We saw so much of that. Is he smiling? What is this? Oh, my God.
We can talk about Miracle. This was considered by someone in the East the new Emperor. He was the 9K god. Now overshadowed as we have not one but two 10Ks stepping up.
Oh, what happened to you, buddy?
This is what happens to every mid laner, right? They seem to take this next step, they're the next new thing, and then people just kind of like study what they do as a mid laner, like how they win their lanes, how what do they do, how do they rotate, like what is their farming pattern, and then other people catch up, and then they figure something out.
So it might be good.
We've never had the same player, for example, from an MMR perspective, go from like the 7K lead to the 8K lead to the 9K lead to the 10K lead. It's always someone new, right?
So it might almost work out to the benefit if people are not watching Miracle as close as they used to. He might be able to pull out some stuff that we're either used to seeing of old Miracle or maybe just some completely new stuff too. Sure. It's kind of nice when a pro player is not under the magnifying glass of all other pubs out there. Everyone probably lately watching a lot of Bed, a lot of Mid One, a lot of Secret, Liquid, and stuff like that.
Sometimes when you're a really rare and valuable player, it's good to lay low in the tall grass for a little bit. Stay out of sight, and,
Like you, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
I could use some repel right now for Slacks.
Oh boy, I sure do love this game. Dota 2. Hey, look, a draft, right?
Oh my goodness, we got a draft. Let's get into it here. First pick belongs to Liquid, and they're going to be using it on that Earthshaker. This comes after VEGA do ban out that GH Wisp, along with the Kotal, and then Nightstalker and Faceless Void also get the X.
Interesting there. Sand King and Ancient Apparition, a hero that I've loved to see the rise of this ever since the qualifiers for TI. Love to see him back. What is it about him that makes him so good? Is it the Heart of Tarask level talent of heals? Is it the damage, the control? I mean, this guy was picked for nothing unless there was an Alchemist on the other team. But now he's a hot ticket.
I think Cold Feet is now looked at as a pretty valuable ability, whereas in previous patches it was just kind of garbage.
You can escape now too. You can speed up over your Icy Vortex. I think that makes a big difference. Before, if you just get gone, you're dead. But now you can drop a Vortex on top of yourself and run away. So Anti-Mage, 3 out of our 4 games today.
Wow. New meta found, gentlemen. Anti-Mage hype, 2nd pick. There's got to be counters for Anti-Mage. Isn't that a little risky picking this early?
It does feel, you know, like you're showing a bit of your hand already in the first phase, but maybe Liquid are just that kind of confident team.
Bloodseeker owns.
They always have that. You know what?
Bloodseeker owns Anti-Mage. So does Spirit Breaker.
What about Scepter? When he gets that, then it's Bloodseeker has a rough time.
Then you just Blood Rage him and then Rupture.
Oh yeah, that's why you're all them MMRs.
Please stop.
See, hold him on Mars?
Sven knocked out, no Viper. Interesting.
Yeah.
Ancient Apparition is also one of Silent's most played heroes and from the support position since he moved over there.
Still weird to me. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I know it's been a long time now since he's been support, but I'm just looking at this guy. I'm like, this was Empire's gyro player for how long? It's like, now here he is. Yeah, support. And Vega, obviously, in tune with the meta based on these first 2 picks. I'm sure the last time we saw Vega, I don't know. Oh, probably the qualifiers, obviously, but here they're just keeping it right in check, not looking to reveal a whole lot. And now they have 3 picks to kind of build around an AM, but while they have that AM who is going to be building up farm, they always like to get Miracle some sort of, you know, second in command or someone else who can kind of bring in the late game.
Oh, Spirit Breaker coming out as well, as we were talking about in the meta picks. Wow, Vega is just, they're opening up the textbook and they're just picking chapter 1, 2, and 3 right here. This is about as meta as we get.
It's also, I think, a lane that can pressure the Anti-Mage from the start quite a bit, right? You just want any 4 position that gives you a little bit of room to work with, and Sand King can go off as an offlaner.
Oh, they banned Bloodseeker. That's sad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, they did.
He's the AM counter.
Okay, I believe it.
And Bloodseeker's really good right now. He's actually back, I think.
What makes him good? What changed?
It's the Aghanims is a nice like mid-game spike for Bloodseeker. I think there's also his laning potential is so good.
People tried out the Blood Right build instead of the right-click build, and then they go like a caster build on him with the Blood Right. The lower cooldown is insane.
Cool. All right, well, we see the Liquid Jakiro. They picked that a lot in this league so far. A lot of push potential there, a lot of magical damage, and seems pretty good against these guys. I mean, kind of squishy except for Spirit Breaker. They can melt pretty quick there.
Yeah, we saw a lot of Jakiro at that Star Ladder as well, where Liquid ended up winning the whole thing. That was brought in, of course, by Deben and TNC, but what do you think about the Jakiro now? Did we see a lot of Jakiro at the qualifiers for TI? I didn't think we saw much, of course, in the American region, but he just kind of resurfaced now all of a sudden.
Well, he's a valuable guy, you know. As you said before, push is kind of pretty easy to do. Doesn't reveal too much, and I don't think there's a better pusher in this game than Jakiro right now, especially with the mid-strats, all that high energy damage. But here we go. Legion Commander going to be picked up. Hello.
Is this a mid AA or what?
I think it's a G Legion Commander. Though it's kind of weird since they don't know what their opposing mid is yet. But they've run G Legion Commander mid before.
I do like a hard form of lockdown for Anti-Mage, though. You know, he ain't going anywhere now. But that could gotta bite them in the butt if Anti-Mage gets enough farm.
I was waiting for the Pokemon reference.
No, I don't know. Pallet Town.
He's fighting Pokemon to what is fighting count?
Capitalist, please stay on track. I mean, we're trying to run.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Do you think it's potentially a Ancient Apparition core, Ben? Do you think that's any good?
I think it's decent if you have a lot of spell damage, which they don't really have right now. I don't know, not that great for Darkseer or AM, I think. I prefer support this game.
All right, don't call me crazy here, guys. But is there a chance we could be seeing the Matumba Lycan? He loves it with Darkseer. It's his favorite combo, and he's run it several times. Could it? Don't call me crazy.
I think what they actually, I've seen this before from Team Liquid. They do Darkseer and Anti-Mage, and the Anti-Mage builds Vanguard, and he just runs around with Ion Shell and fights a lot instead of going Battle Fury. So it's a twist of the normal anti-mage depending on what you're up against. Like if you're up against a lot of counters, you can actually just fight a lot earlier. So you're not useless with farm later.
Just can't but feel like if you're Liquid drafting into this, you're already looking at your mid lane matchup, and you know, the world is the oyster right now for Miracle to kind of go in full control. He will have to, you know, give respect to the Spirit Breaker or even a roaming Sand King, let's say, to add pressure his way, but I'm sure that's nothing he hasn't already gone against before. So I'm curious to see how much they're going to be thinking about that last pickup.
Could it be the Invoker? Could he go for that classic Miracle mid Invoker here?
I had heard that on the final game of that Star Ladder China tournament, Miracle just straight up had asked Kuro, just give me Invoker.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that's just how it works out, you know. If players feeling it and they want to play it, they'll get it. But game number 1 for Liquid, I'm sure they're just kind of coasting right now.
Coasting? Miracle never coasts.
Do you think they can run Anti-Mage mid against Legion Commander and have a different safe laner?
Sounds awful.
Against the Sand King?
I
mean, they banned Venomancer, which is the weird thing for VEGA Squadron, right? Because I think Legion does pretty well in the 1v1 against Venomancer. I've seen it a number of times in the offlane. You just get like a poor man's shield. You get higher levels of your passive because you're always being hit by wards, so you're always proccing.
Ursa Bear and a Queen of Pain. All right, we've seen a lot of that coming up recently. Very nice potential, being able to move around, high damage, control this whole map, and she's got a lot of targets that aren't too hard to jump on. However, the Spirit Breaker is a little concerning. They've got a lot of lockdown for Queen of Pain and Anti-Mage. Legion, Spirit Breaker. Guess they're not scared?
Once he gets Linken's, though, it's like Bro Strike's countered, Duel is countered.
That's a lot of counters.
I actually did not catch that last pick. What was that last pick right there?
Yeah, I didn't see.
Was there a last pick?
I didn't think so.
Oh, well,
I was looking. I was like,
gentlemen, predictions on the 5v4. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. I'm like, either came up so fast and we're ready to go or not. But
hey,
okay.
Don't worry about it. That was a teaser to see if anybody could guess.
We just got to show off these jackets one more time is really what it was.
Please buy them.
1 month from now, shop.dreamhack.com. Please buy them.
Please buy them. Please, God. They're not paying us anything.
All right, VEGA, they might have drafted themselves into a bit of an awkward laning setup here, or we'll see if this 5th and final piece of the puzzle will be the real storyline here for game number 1.
Does Legion safe lane sound awful to you, Ben?
I prefer it versus quap. I think it's a good matchup versus quap.
Yeah, I think it's fine, right?
I think they like damage right now, but it's hard to find one that does well versus Darkseer.
We're going to go for the Troll.
Troll Warlord was huge in this tournament. Everybody was winning him. I don't think he dropped a single game in this entire tourney. VEGA was very known for running this Troll, so this is certainly a terrifying prospect to go against for Liquid. I don't think they have too much defense.
So you're saying it's going to be VEGA?
I mean, you can put words in my mouth if you want, Dakota, sure. What?
Cap.
I think it looks pretty good for Queen of Pain, and I think they'll be able to create enough space for the Anti-Mage, so I'll go with Liquid.
I'll go with VEGA. I like the double bash. Double bashers versus Anti-Mage.
I got Merlini on my team.
We'll end up splitting this one because I'm feeling Liquid on this, gentleman. So with that said, we'll throw things over from our DreamHack Enterprise panel to our commentator team. Let's send it to OD Pixel and Fogged. Take it away, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Dakota. Indeed, we're ready for the second series of the day, VEGA Squadron versus Liquid. And we've got to check this out. We've got some interesting stuff going on. Matumba Man has picked himself the Queen of Pain at the moment. We'll see if they swap. Did they swap?
They did not.
They did not swap. It's going to be a Matumba Man Quap and a Miracle Anti-Mage.
And he's got mid items.
Oh my
Matu
goodness.
is going. I thought maybe for a second they're like, all right, they're gonna try to outmind game VEGA, and they're like, all right, we're gonna throw like AM mid versus Legion, which sounds pretty awful.
The Matu mid.
But no, they're throwing Matu mid on the Quap. Okay. I think the Legion Commander pick actually ended up being more favorable than they initially planned because it's versus a Queen of Pain, so that's pretty sweet. Because at first it did look a little awkward. We were all looking at the draft. Like Sand King, Spirit Breaker, and Legion Commander are on the same team.
Putting some harassment. To GH. Yeah, they're bringing it over after life. He won't be able to get any closer. GH pops down the Fisher, make sure that VEGA don't chase him anymore. But yeah, this mid matchup, G on something different, and Matumba Man himself being rather different in that role, playing the Queen of Pain. It's going to be very exciting indeed. And a lot of fun coming out from both sides. Definitely Miracle on the anti-mage, probably the most anti-fun we've got in this game. You know, it is Miracle on his AM. If he gets a free game, we may see something similar to what we saw Resolution pull off earlier today. Miracle's certainly the player that can just carry a game on his back, and anti-mage the perfect hero to do that with.
So 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 games of the Dream
games.
League, we've had anti-mage. Yeah. But yeah, I know what you're talking about, though. This is the anti-fun, of course. Like, even Troll's pretty anti-fun, but the fact that he's playing with a Spirit Breaker on his team just makes it a lot more fun.
Sure. Yeah, Troll's going to be killing heroes, anti-mage is going to be killing creeps.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, as the panel said, when we've seen them do the AM Darkseer before, they may, you know, Liquid may get a little more active with the anti-mage.
Yeah, definitely possible. They have done that a lot with the Vanguard build, especially when it's been Miracle. I'll say that they're putting a lot of, they're trying to pressure the AM, but this puts the Darkseer versus the Troll in the 1v1, and Darkseer goes like bonkers in this. He's able to farm double because he's able to farm the hard camp or the side camp whenever he wants to with the creep wave, and you can put so much pressure under Troll and under the tower. Even though he has like regen and Poor Man's Shield, it gets to a point where it becomes too overwhelming for you to be able to deal with the Ion Shell spam. Especially
because it's a mind control mind control Darkseer as well. Definitely one of, if not his best hero.
Yeah, and not only just his best hero, but the way that Liquid works with the Darkseer is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. See what mind control can get done indeed, and if Vega do come out with any sort of rotations to try and punish him in the laning stage. I mean, mid lane, G versus Matuma Man at the moment, being kept to this 1-for-1 as both supports are forced to stay up on that top lane. CS-wise at the moment, 3 for 2, 3 for 1, very close with these opening waves. Both heroes getting something out of the lane. I guess this is sort of expected. I mean, well, G has the self-sustain to stop Matuma Man from being able to pull him out of the lane, but at the same time, Matuma Man range can keep the distance and shouldn't really be in any disaster being caught out by the Legion. Up top.
Afterlife only has caustic skill.
He's trapped up in. This could be first blood unless they can get some next level body blocks. So Slayer's trying, but Miracle blinks forward. Again, there's the body block from Silent in return. And in fact, Afterlife is going to be kept alive there. Very nice tag team there from Vega. Body blocking Liquid up, making sure they couldn't get the kill.
Very nice. Yeah, the tri-lane is a little weak from Liquid. The thing is that once they get their level 2s, they become a lot stronger because they can just start harassing a lot more, while Spirit Breaker and AA are very dependent on having their, the charge come up with the AA. Chilling Touch would take some time. GH walking in, trying to steal the bounty rune away from Silent. Oh, Silent gets just ahead of him.
Doesn't get it here.
GH is going to give him a couple extra punches because of that. Matu playing up on the high ground of G in the mid lane. This mid matchup should be pretty much even. I think Legion actually might even win because of the higher base damage, but actually no, Quap wins because you get your bottle, you're able to spam out the waves a little bit better, and you're better with your mana conservation. So once the levels start going out, Quap should pull ahead, but it's still a super even matchup.
Yeah, I expect to build as well, not putting any points in the dagger because of the heal from G.
Yeah, it just gets press the attack off like instantly every time.
Just max out that nuke early on. Bottom lane, Aloha Dance in terms of despite the pressure being put on from mind control, he's still getting good CS out of this lane.
He's doing great.
Yeah, he's doing, as you said, in a lane that certainly can get difficult with the pressure that mind control can put on. Aloha Dance is dealing with it very nicely.
He definitely has played the matchup before. I was going to say buying boots is like the most crucial thing to get early, so you can switch into your melee form and like run away from that Ion Shell and distance yourself. And he's doing that exactly. He's rushing the phase boots.
So all in all, this early game, both teams getting everything they want on their cores. No one really being totally shut out at the laning stage. Overall, in fact, it is VEGA Squadron only slightly getting a little bit more out of the map, but very, very close indeed on this early game. And yet to see anyone die. Miracle is going to be charged upon here. Let's see if they have the control with the Burst Strike and the Chilling Touch. They've got it. That's going to be your first blood. Vega making things happen on the top lane, getting Miracle whilst he's on his own, whilst the pulls are being made by the supports of Liquid, and there's no backup at all for him.
Those are pretty important kills too. Like they're already pressuring the anti-mage and getting a kill on top. Damn, 13-1 CS compared to the 16 of the Sanking.
Yeah.
They are splitting Tri experience. That's the one thing on Vega, while Liquid is mostly splitting duel.
Bottom lane. Here we have the rotation with GH. They tried to come in with a Fisher block, but the reaction is going to be there from Vega. Slayers TP's in with the charge. Again, a second kill for VEGA Squadron. Taking good control of these lanes, making good reads as well, knowing where and when they can make a play and not be punished. Slayer.
Did Matu just try to scream the courier?
He's already blinked as well. His blink's on cooldown for 6 seconds. Have they got the damage to bring him down? He's brought down low with that nuke. Yeah, they've got him. Slayer. Sioma the Slayer making the movements. Vega 3 kills. They do lose the AA meanwhile up top, but overall the action's certainly favoring the side of VEGA Squadron.
Yeah, definitely. And this is always the guy to watch. We talked about it so much during the league play, during the season. Sioma, he's been playing incredibly good. Like his roaming clockworks, like anything. He's just super aggressive and he makes stuff happen. He always just seems to be in the right place at the right time. It's very similar to the way Yap sort of plays, because he plays similar heroes too with like the Rubik and whatnot.
Back up top again, Afterlife.
Keeping that
Miracle
pressure.
on his toes, yeah, with this caustic and burrow strike.
Mid lane G in some trouble here. Matu and GH
Pretty
chasing.
deep. I think he's going to be able to keep himself alive with this heal, and he is.
Yep.
He's absolutely A-okay here. Will be forced back to base, but the kill is unsuccessful. And Timberman not having quite enough damage at this stage to bring down that Legion. Top lane again. Another charge, looking for Miracle. See if they can get away with this one. They've got the Soul Ring. They can go in for the Burrow through Burrow Strike, and there we have it. Soul Ring into the Burrow Strike. They're looking for the Cold Feet proc, but it isn't going to quite be in time. Miracle gets the chance to blink away, and Vega's movement this time around is unsuccessful.
Those are pretty hard kills to get. They have to either get a Lucky Bash, or he gets the Cold Feet as the stun from the Sand King comes out, and then the Bash afterwards from the Spirit Breaker charge. Then you can get the Cold Feet to proc. It has to be done before the stuns go out, though.
Would one Bash be enough, do you think?
It might be.
One Bash should be enough
It might just be enough, yeah.
Definitely relying on the RNG to make the play happen there.
I'm still like, Aloha's doing incredibly well in this bottom
He
lane.
is
Like,
loving life. Solo XP and pretty much free farm. Yeah, top lane. There's the go being made, but it's going to get punished this time as it's Liquid themselves jumping back onto the Sand King. Vega getting a little too aggressive on that top lane, as they will be punished this time round.
Big kill for Liquid. Since it's dual lane versus tri lane, same thing, the experience gets split better, so Miracle almost getting his level 6 now. Getting that Ring of Health and that Band of Elven for extra sustain and shreds soon.
This will do nicely.
Afterlife level 4. But yeah, really Aloha dance showing off on this CS.
I think Vega's now happy with what happened, though. They're like, if Sand King just goes straight off lane, he obviously just gets zoned out. He struggles pretty hard. But if they help him a bit at the start, then he gets some levels. He's able to actually kind of stay up there a bit and maintain his own, and then they can start making the moves around. Since Troll did super well in the safe lane.
They did amazing.
It opens up a lot of options for their supports to kind of make the moves around the map and pick and choose where they want to be. Probably want to, at one point, maybe move the AA down toward that bottom lane again, or maybe go for more smoke rotations, because they got to keep their levels up. When you do those aggro tri-lanes, it's really important that you focus on making sure that your supports don't get under-leveled, which they are starting to already. They're only level 3 on them compared to the level 4 Jakiro and almost level 4, or almost level 5 Jakiro and almost level 4 Earthshaker.
GH's coming in for a bit of XP and a bit of farm here with the pool being made from Mind Control. Trying to take what they can away from Aloha dance. Same time up towards the top lane, bit of a movement coming through for the two of VEGA SQADRON. They did have eyes on to Kuroki, and not ready to quite dive up deep into the jungle of Liquid for it. Back towards the mid though. Matumba on his toes. There's an AA in the neighborhood. As we're seeing Matumba very much struggling to try and keep G fully out of this lane. And Miracle slowly climbing back in terms of farm, but definitely the core to have the hardest of times in the laning stage. Charge goes through from Slayer.
They're putting
back.
A lot of pressure on him, though. It's like Afterlife is literally hitting every single creep with the caustic, so if Miracle's like not wanting to walk up and get harassed by it and miss, like he's missing a lot of CS because of it. And they're keeping that aggression up. They rotated the supports back up anyway, and still just keeping in the face of the anti-mage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Some of level 7, nearly level 8, has a TP, has a DD rune. Definitely in a position to react to any sort of dive that's made from VEGA SQADRON on the side lanes. But those sort of plays yet to happen. VEGA SQADRON for the most part keeping it safe. There was that one overextension up top that got punished. Here's the rotation for Liquid though. They found themselves G on the Legion Commander. Have they got enough damage? They do have a Sonic Wave, but Matumba he's holding on for it for the time being. Doesn't want to pop it immediately, and this is going to give G time to duke it out. G's going to survive, and now GH is in trouble. Aloha Dance is coming with a rotation, a quick bash from Slayer to hold back the quad, but Matumba will jump in, looking to try and finish off the Spirit Breaker. GH holds them back again with the stun. Slayer, he's going to live. They're going to look for the deny, and they'll get it. Aloha Dance denies the Slayer. How are Liquid getting no kills out of this? They're forced to run away. They get nothing. Matumba, at the end of the day, I mean, he was jumping around. He did not want to pop his Sonic Wave, but that cost them a situation where they don't get anything out of that movement.
And a lot of wasted time.
Yeah.
Darks are even rotated, committing in GH's whole movement too. In hindsight, yeah, Matu probably wanted to expand it, but he didn't expect them to actually be able to get G that far away.
Definitely got that kill onto G, but
yeah.
I guess obviously as we saw, he wasn't on the mana front. If he had popped the Sonic Wave at that time, he wouldn't have had any other mana to play around with.
I think he was just he didn't even have Blink afterwards either.
Exactly.
I think
yeah.
it was literally
so he would have been very vulnerable. It was a risky play, and Liquid, they don't get any kills, but they don't die. They don't lose anything themselves.
And they kind of forced reaction too in a way. So.
Sure. Yeah.
Goes a little bit both ways.
Up top. Looking to make an attempt to get onto Miracle. They're going to need a fair few bashes to have a chance down. They won't get it. Miracle able to back away. GH and Kuro back in the neighborhood.
Yeah, they have a safe lane ward too, so they're always watching those charges coming up in the Spirit Breaker. They even put, during that rotation that Kuroki did, he put a super deep ward on the high ground, so they're able to watch the Spirit Breaker charges from the base across the map. It's always a very good thing. The closer to the base that you have wards versus Spirit Breaker, it just gives you so much information on what he's trying to make around the map. And of course, like river wards, but close to the base is the important thing.
Lower dance with that. Vlad's finished. It's getting to the point where this troll is going to be quite an issue if you want to try and take him down. He is going to be able to turn and fight. And Trifle definitely one of those heroes that are going to be quite a nuisance for a quad. You know, if Matuma Man blinks out of position, one bash, and Queen of Pain's dead.
Yeah.
If Aloha Dance focuses onto him.
Yeah, very low armor hero versus Legion and Troll.
There we go, looking for the cold feet proc. Isn't going to happen there with a quick blink out.
They get the tower.
Get the tower, yeah. Unsuccessful deny attempt from VEGA SQADRON.
Batu's building into a Yule Scepter to try to stop those charges and all that from getting out. Giving him a little bit more mana regen too instead of going for the Veil build, since they don't really have, I mean, not crazy amount of magic damage. It's Earthshaker, Darkseer, and Jakiro spells a bit to help, but he wants to have his own type of save for himself with that Yule Scepter.
He's going to try and make a bit of a go here onto Aloha Dance, but a charge is coming through onto Matumba, and already Aloha Dance deep behind the tier 1. This is not a dive that Liquid can make. They have got 4 members down here. At the least, they could look to try and finish off this tier 1, but, I mean, VEGA SQADRON, they're heading over. They're ready to react to this.
They want to be able to peel the aggression away from the anti-mage so he can get full free farm, but I don't know if they can really contest when they have only half mana on it on Quap. Charge coming out. The Surge is halfway through. The vacuum stops it anyway.
Yeah, neat little play there from Mind Control. Keeping Vega on the toes. And as you said, overall, this works out for Liquid. They've got Miracle free farming up on the top lane. Space created.
Yeah, GH as well, getting some much needed levels in the mid lane. Still level 5, almost 6. Jakiro now is level 6. How are we doing on the other supports? Spirit Breaker 5, AA almost 6. So they should get a decent time. GH mid should definitely get brought down here. This should be the first duel of the game as well. Oh no, he's dying too fast.
No, don't die yet. Oh. Now you can die. There we go. That was close. G didn't nearly get the bonus damage.
Did silent uphill miss? I think that could have been. Oh well, yeah, it kills a kill, but yeah, getting the dual damage is definitely important early.
And definitely something to watch out for now. The fact that we've got the ult on 9 from AA. And a duel into the blast. It could be easy pickoffs for Vega.
They can even get like pickups with just really the supports across the map, right?
True.
With Spirit Breaker charge with the Spirit Breaker ulti, plus Troll ult on top with an AA blast, they can maybe even kill like a Queen of Pain with that type of committal.
Definitely.
Especially because now Spirit Breaker with Urn charges, the Urn makes a big difference when you have the AA debuff on people.
A lot of aggressive potential from VEGA SQADRON. Just as, you know, we know that they like it. We've seen them in league play run this kind of style countless times and to great success.
They have a more aggressive lineup too. Yeah. Liquid's is more of a wait for the AM to get online. It's very passive. It's just like these other 4 heroes are the ones that can fight. Top lane though, GH trying to wait for his Echo Slam. He's waiting for level 6. Like maybe try to go for something for Afterlife, but he's just shy of it.
Now Afterlife 1400 towards the blink. Aloha Dance nearly with the Yasha in hand. As he continues to try his best to apply some pressure on that bottom tier 1. Afterlife coming pretty far forward here. There's a bit of a wraparound coming through, and yeah, they'll drop the Echo straight away. Ice Path to follow through, but Afterlife still gets the chance to Burrow Strike out. They should have enough damage to find him. Ooh, he's falling low. He will pop. Can they get a kill in return? That's the question. This could be a pretty big Ice Blast coming in from the southwest, and they've got it. They'll get the dual win. They'll take themselves the Jakiro. So lose the Sand King, but getting a kill in return, especially being a dual win.
Yep, and that's the Blink Dagger finished up on G.
Yeah, there we go.
Now too. And during all this, it's literally Aloha just full free farm in that bottom lane. He has not moved himself whatsoever. 108 CS and 38 denies. So he's level 12 already on Troll Warlord.
Yeah, he has had absolute, complete control of this bottom lane Aloha Dance. No doubt about it at all. Miracle. Still looking for that Battle Fury. I mean, it's only 40 minutes. It's still going to be an okay timing.
Yeah, it should be pretty
good. It's not going to be a lightning timing.
But with 1 death and yeah, like all the pressure that's put on him, it's quite reasonable.
1800 towards the blink on the SK.
Yep.
So nearly having that double blink initiation. It's going to be quite hard for Liquid to play around. And I really feel as well we're 14.5 minutes in, and well, talking about the man himself, because we're talking about Matumba. not really been able to do that much on the Queen of Pain, it feels.
No.
We've not felt his presence at all.
But yeah, 0 and 1. Just that one death that he had in the mid lane. Yeah, he hasn't really been able to get like clean rotations. Just like that one they could have probably maybe gotten with the Sonic Wave that we could say that, you know, in hindsight. But other than that, they've just been getting just away, like super low. But now they're able to at least claim the tier 1 away from the troll.
Oh, here's their next target. GH in the middle lane. Can he hold this back? He's going to be Nether Strike. Ice Blast. He's going to only get the foot pass over. It doesn't matter, though, as they get the connection. Jules there for G. They get the kill. Liquid, can they get anything in return? They'll lay down the Macro Pyron to Shroma the Slayer. They'll get both of them. They'll get themselves the AA. They should get themselves the Breaker. He's trying to charge up onto the quad, but he's not going to get it. And this time, Matumba turning up into town grants the double kill. And G in trouble as well. Liquid punishing Vega very hard there for that slightly knee-jerk dive there. They saw the Earthshaker, they knew that they could get the kill, but they didn't really think about the fact that it was underneath a tier 1 and Liquid had more than enough potential to react to it.
Yeah, they brought everyone. Matu as well with the haste rune, able to chase everybody out. And Miracle, they focused very well. Like Miracle went for G on the right side with Mind Control coming in from the bottom lane, and the other two split up. Kuroki and Matu went for the other two targets that were retreating, so they were able to clean up all three for that trade. So definitely worth it for Liquid, and it catapults Miracle forward, and he's going to have that Battle Fury finished up now. 16 minutes with treads.
The
pretty
farm
good.
Begins. Absolutely, yeah. It's a comfortable timing for the anti-mage.
So we did say Sanking was very close to the Blink Dagger before. Has it finished up. Mind Control with that mech finished up as well before that timing. So now is where Liquid actually can, with those like 4-man fights, they can actually be able to do stuff. When the Darkseer starts getting the farm and the levels, he becomes a lot more powerful.
And they've got great wombo, of course, as well. That Earthshaker Darkseer combination, something that we saw Secret bring out earlier, I believe, today.
Yeah. And going for like you already see like he's got 2 points, and now he's actually going for like a variety build, but he was 2-1-3 on the Earthshaker, now he's 3-1-3, so trying to make sure he has a good amount of aftershock points so he can combo properly if there is that vacuum and follow-up. Mid lane, Slayer cancels the charge. They did see it coming with that ward that they do have in the top lane. Now it's Aloha looking to take that top lane away with that Yasha finished up with the Vlad. I hear Quap ulti,
that was unfortunate. It looked like he should have got the kill, but he brings down the AA to about 12 HP. Not quite enough damage there on Matu. Was that? Was still a level 1 Sonic Wave. He's so close to level 12 as well.
He's really close. The duel coming out now onto Kuroki. Kuro looks to be brought down very quickly by that. That battle trance.
Matumba Man's going to jump forward, but immediate Burrow Strike that will get the vacuum onto 2. Fisher to follow up as well. But with Matumba Man low on the tank and no Sonic Wave, there's just not enough follow-up damage. Liquid have to back off. So yeah, unfortunate timing there for Matu, committing before he hits the 12. Not enough damage, and then therefore no follow-up for the combo plays being made down there. And G, he's loving life. This is a Legion, 17 minutes in. He's won, what, 3 or 4 duels. It's great.
Yeah.
It's working out, this mid-Legion. Certainly more than the mid-quop so far, it feels.
Yeah, a bit more for sure. It works much better with like the AA ult and the battle trance. Going for that blade mail next. He'll pretty much, yeah, he'll kill literally anybody with battle trance and blade mail. The duel, as long as there's no like stuns to lock him down after. Miracle almost with Yasha finished up, just keeping on his side of the map, farming as best as possible.
Still definitely the big threat here for VEGA SQADRON, this anti-mage.
Yeah. Next step for Liquid is getting some deep aggressive wards again, so they can keep eyes on whenever the Spirit Breaker and the Sanking try to make those movements.
Lower dance, BKB, nearly in the bag. Recipe to go.
They can maybe even, I think they can maybe even force a Roche with that BKB once he gets it. As long as they don't clump for that combo as we were talking about previously.
And they're really keeping Miracle on their toes. Constant charges being sent his way. They never follow through, but making it very hard for Miracle to really show too long on the map. Has to keep it safe. Has to keep it by the neutrals.
They're trying to get Aloha here with that ward. They do have vision of him.
It's a deep move, and it could be reacted upon if they don't kill him immediately. Aloha Dance tries to turn, gets the axes out. There's a charge coming through, but there's the control. They'll get the kill. Massive nuke, though, from G comes in. The mech comes through. Can they kill Matumba in time? Echo Slam comes out. There's the Ice Blast, and Matumba Man's gone. GH as well in a whole lot of trouble as he popped. Kuro trying to turn, but the Shrine Heal's there for VEGA SQADRON, and they get themselves a third. Great reaction and grouped up absolutely perfectly there for G to just send those arrows flying down.
instant reaction from G to TP, and everyone else just starts rotating. It's a tough place to go for that kill. They took him a little. It took the Liquid a little bit longer than probably expected to bring that Troll Warlord down because of how tanky he is. And yeah, the follow-up comes through. Yeah. 3 for 1. Now VEGA pulling ahead just a tiny bit in this game and constantly keeping the pressure up. They're always like forcing and shoving these lanes out super hard. And that's the full blade mail finished up now for G, which is a big power peak for him.
As you say, whoever he catches out now, it's very likely to be a successful duel, unless obviously, as we saw down there, even though they won the fight, they didn't get the duel win because there's still a lot of disable for Liquid to throw in.
Yeah.
GH.
It's the disable that
the spells out.
Will definitely stop him from getting all that dual damage.
As you blink, picked up for mind control. So again, as expected, setting up for this Shaker Darkseer combo.
GH is pretty close as well, 600, so that combo will definitely be coming out in the near future. Liquid still maneuvering as like a trio pair while they just or a quad pair while they just have Miracle, trying to get that Manta style up so he can actually become a fighting force inside of any engagements.
Miracle's still certainly on track to be where he wants to. Top of the net worth.
Maybe a little tiny bit behind what he wants
to,
but because of the position that they're putting, he probably feels fine.
A little bit behind maybe standard Miracle pace, but overall, definitely hasn't been punished maybe as much as VEGA would have wanted to. They did try at the start, but he's caught back up. And it is indeed just going to be the farm game now for Miracle, avoiding these movements, which is going to be hard to do so, as we've seen, because VEGA Squadron have such an aggressive lineup and such strong pick-off potential.
As long as Liquid's able to keep shoving the lanes, that's the beauty about having like Darkseer with Queen of Pain, and even Jakiro's pretty decent at shoving lanes. Like with Max, since he went the Max Dual Breath, if you saw, he only has a 1 point in Liquid Fire. He went for 4-3-1 right now, so he's actually able to like push those side lanes in as well, and that lets them open up into more space for the anti-mage. Always shoving lanes in onto the enemy side so they don't know where you are or where you're farming.
Sorry for the short pause here. We should soon be able to get us.
Did they say anything? They hadn't said anything. What happened?
Said anything. I think it's just something minor. As internet, Touchwood seems to be fine. We're still going out to you guys on the stream, and we should hopefully get on. But yeah, 10-7 at the moment. Liquid with a, well, I say a slight lead. It's less than 1k. It's pretty much neck and neck at the moment. But again, turning into one of those games where you're putting a lot on the anti-mage.
Yep.
And but considering Liquid's lineup, it certainly feels like that was the plan all along.
Yeah, I mean, they first two picked it. They first two picked it. Yeah. He can hit a critical mass point and he can be super powerful with all this, but later on, if Matu isn't able to find stuff with his Sonic Waves, he's definitely going to start falling further and further behind. He's already number 5 from the bottom.
Yeah. Looking for that Lincoln Sphere next after the Yules as well, so building purely defensively on the quot. No Orchid, Ags as such coming out this game from him early on. Just all about staying alive, being a nuisance in these fights, and yeah, as you say, just making sure that he can get that ult off.
Silent just went on a big warding expedition. They not only had placed 2 river wards, but now they placed 2 deep aggressive wards to watch the anti-mage's movements in the defensive Liquid jungle.
Should be the BKB gold done now as well for Aloha Dance. So, wow, huge amounts of Liquid's potential being shut off by that. A very, very strong BKB game.
As long as he gets the BKB off. This is now going to be the battle of initiation. The double blink daggers, I believe, are finished. Yep, on Liquid. They have it on Darkseer and Earthshaker now, so it's all about who has the vision game to get it. But like we said, as soon as he gets the BKB, probably going to go straight for that Roshan. But I mean,
this is
Liquid is set up.
They can punish this. GH comes in straight away with the slam. No messing around. Jump forward as well. They're looking for the combo here. Bring them down low, but it's in fact VEGA that come out on top. They've already taken out the Shaker. BKB out just in time from Aloha Dance to move in for a second. And G's not done. Jumps up to the high ground, has the duel onto Matuma Man, and they find themselves a third. Miracle will clean up the AA.
Damn.
Overall there.
Did you see that by G?
I was
playing on the left side. No, removing the stun off of Aloha so he can get the BKB off. Because the Echo Slam, he has the chain stun, but he purges off the little mini stun that comes out from that.
G Legion.
Yep, Aloha's just able to press BKB, and he turns the entire fight out just from getting press the attack used on him. So beautiful positioning there from G on the left side of the pit.
Absolutely, yeah, perfectly done there by VEGA.
Yeah.
And in a situation where it looked like, yeah, as you said, if Legion wasn't in that position to do so, it would have gone a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah, if he gets hit by the Fissure, if he gets stunned up, he's not able to press the attack that initial stun off. Aloha won't get BKB off. He might just get bursted down at the start of that fight, but completely different situation because of that. Now Liquid dissuaded from fighting for quite a while probably after that.
Blowing all their ultimates for that as well.
Yeah, they literally used like everything and weren't able to get anybody.
They got the A.
Oh, they got the A.
Miracle
yeah,
got the A on the side, but
it's a small one. Yeah,
it's
small
not what you want to take in trade for losing 3 of your own and the Roshan.
Yeah.
Tummerman is jumping forward here onto the AA. We'll turn to get the Ice Blast off, and in fact, Vega, get that ready to fight. AA might not even die. Silent is walking it off. He will tick down, but again, Vega coming out on top. They get 2. They're not done yet. Burrow strike straight forward as they get a 3rd. And Liquid have got to stop throwing bodies like this. I mean, they're creating space for Miracle, but they are dying over and over again for it.
You know, it's space. It stops being a little bit of space when you constantly lose 3 on every time. No, it's true. But yeah, like Vegas just seems to be very like in sync with the idea that they want in this game. They were probably all like talking to, like Silent, like Sayoma and all them, saying like, okay, well, as soon as Aloha has the BKB, we go for the Rosh and we make the Rosh wards. Because that's what initially caught the smoke from Liquid to go into the pit, was that deep ward that they had placed just before that from Silent's excursion.
Some great plays in deep of edge. Yeah, G. I mean, 7-1-6 on this mid-Legion commander.
It's doing super well. Almost BKB finished as well. And now they're going to keep the smoke zone. 72 dual damage already finished up for G on the Legion. They're already making the move toward Miracle top. They see him with that ward that they've placed earlier.
He needs that Lincoln Sphere, Miracle. He really does. He's working towards it.
The
but
charge.
Indeed, the charge coming through. And in fact, Miracle blinking over aggressively here. And they have got more than enough control and damage to bring him down. As another successful win for G.
He's buying his ulti orb from the secret shop, but doesn't expect that smoke rotation whatsoever. Liquid's map vision on the map is actually, there's nothing. There's no wards. They've got no vision, no wards on the map right now, so they're pretty blind to the rotations that Vega's doing. No deep wards either. They're just trying to force the lanes out as best as possible.
Prodding and poking here at Aloha Dance, but he does not care.
No.
Man's up, attacks the tower, and looks to finish off this tier 2. And yeah, he'll stick around. Not a scare in the world with Miracle off the map for 40 seconds.
22 armor with BKB.
Quick blink there from GH. Gives himself away from Afterlife. It's going to have to be quite the anti-mage performance to bring Liquid back into this one. And as we said, also about the combos.
Yeah.
They can get that Vacuum Echo Slam, they're good to go. But we've seen G's positioning has always been there to get the save off if that gets dropped down onto a lower dance.
Yeah, you know, this is like the things that we're talking about. Like, this was a first 2 picked anti-mage. When you see the 5th picked anti-mage, it's very different. But Vega adjusted. They picked literally 0 intelligence heroes after they saw the anti-mage picked up. They had the AA in the first 2, and then they picked 4 strength tanky cores that don't really care if their mana gets burned too much. They don't have to worry about a big mana void coming out or anything like that. And if heroes that can stand toe-to-toe, and actually that sustained lockdown. Afterlife bottom.
Can they kill him off? Looks like they can. They've got the control. And we'll take him down. I mean, it's nice, you know, Afterlife, he's not some kind of poor old Sanking. He's a big old hero. He's 9k net worth. You know, 26 minutes in, he's got bots, 4-star from Blink. He's feeling great. Top lane, though, tell you he's not feeling great. Kura gets dueled straight up by G. Another victory. Bottom lane, Slayer. Actually, is he going to get out of this? He is. Just charges away from the 3 of Liquid, who make the movement trying to find him. But again, it's these trades where Vega are just finding more out of the map. Space may be there for Miracle, but it's just not seeming to pay off at the moment for Liquid, as Vega Squadron are getting everything going their way.
They're getting super good reactions coming out. Now since they saw, you know, Liquid just went on an aggressive maneuver, the gem gets picked up instantly by Afterlife. So they're like, okay, they want an aggressive move. They probably placed wards after this aggressive move into our jungle. They didn't place the wards, but I think the idea behind it is very good.
And even little items like, you know, Silent going for the Rod of Atos. It's going to be lovely against the AM if you can kind of play around the Manta.
It's so good. The Atos plus the Cold Feet combo is just amazing. And yeah, Atos versus Quap and AM, double blinkers. Definitely crucial.
Did Man get his Lincolns complete yet? Oh, he's still working on it.
He's really far.
It's a slow game for the Quap. Bottom lane, Vega ready to push once more. They've got the full 5-man down here. See how they can hold this one off. Slayer's actually going to come across with the charge and the Nether Strike onto Groki. Bash is there. The surge out will be there in time from Mind Control to keep him safe. But Vega will get the tower. At the same time, Miracle does claim a tier 1 from the top lane. All about the space they can make for this anti-mage. It really is.
They got to keep forcing those lanes in, making sure that Vega keeps reacting to them rather than the other way around. But yeah, it's great that anti-mage is farmed, but the thing I talked about in the last game, you know, you want to be looking at those core matchups. Anti-mage versus all three of the cores is just not really that great. Like Troll, Legion Commander, and Santi. And Sanking, I guess, in a way, he's pretty good, but the other two, definitely not great versus in like a 1v1 kind of thing.
And look who's got caught out. GH given the duel. There we have it. G walks in. Another win, the 900th victory on this man. 122 stolen damage, 28 minutes in. It's pretty that is a lot of damage at this stage of the game. I mean, this is one of the best Legion performances I've seen in a while. Obviously quite a different one, as we're not used to seeing the mid Legion. But G has certainly made it worth this game. Lower Dance, in fact, looking for some action here with the Shadow Blade. Has to be a bit careful. A lot of the members of Liquid around. Moving towards Miracle. Miracle gets the Lincoln's proc there by the charge. But of course, yeah, Vega aren't going to look to move in on him anymore. In fact, Matuma Man's going to be on to try and start things off. Comes in. But this is a very speedy chop.
Yeah. Miracle got his courier killed when he delivered the Lincolns. The Troll walked up and just killed it. Big vision advantage right now for Vega in this engagement. They break the Lincolns.
And it's going to be another potential bit of action. Ooh, the duel wasn't quite off cooldown.
Like 1 second.
It was literally 1 second off. Oh, Miracle very lucky to get away from that. That last one hit to the dragon. A Lower Dance takes the kill. Oh, he was so close. JG's got to be a bit annoyed.
Yeah,
the timing wasn't quite there.
I mean, they
so close.
They almost did it perfectly. They broke the Lincolns, I think, with the force up. I think it was from the Sanking. Maybe it was the cold feet from the IA, but they broke the Lincolns. They get the stun. They almost get the dual follow up. Yeah, just short of that cooldown. And the split push continues from Anti-Mage. But yeah, it's literally going to be Miracle pretty much versus the world, and if they can do the wombo combos is really it. Everybody else is pretty much like stagnated in farm. We'll get the Lincolns eventually on the Queen of Bane, but even poor Mind Control is going for like very cheap items now. He's going for the Solar Crest build to deal with the Troll Warlord and the Legion. But he's not really farming that much either. He's just throwing Ion Shells and hoping that he gets the CS and the waves.
This will do nicely.
And Miracle making sure the pressure's kept on. Shadow Blade's there on the break, a great item. You know, having that chance to close that gap without Liquid seeing it, despite relatively good wars that they had early on that allowed Miracle to play pretty safely.
Yeah, the double Shadow Blade combo too is going to be quite nice to go for those pickoffs. Might even see the Legion go for one, but maybe he'll just go for bigger items to just make sure they can siege the base properly, like AC or... It looks like he's got Halberd queued up. Yeah, Halberd's perfect versus the Lincoln Spheres since he already sees one. Break the Lincolns and have your own way to actually get your duels off. Bottom lane, Afterlife.
Well, they're going to look for the kill, and they'll get it. More than enough damage. Very nicely done there. Quick,
is that the
clean
gem
one.
too? Yep, it is.
Oh, it is. You're right. Can they get out there? That's the question. G, heading forward, will find the duel onto GH, which at the least gets a bit of bonus damage.
Shredded that battle trance, plus all that dual damage.
Miracle, and was it Miracle that picked up the gem?
Miracle
he did.
grabbed it.
So Miracle managed to get it back.
Roche in about 1 more minute. Liquid tried to get the opportunity to go there, but yeah, just not up just yet. They don't bring it down crazy fast either. They do have the Solar Crest on Darkseer, so that helps. But
Lincoln Sphere recipe picked up from Matumba. Only a few hundred more gold to go before he has the ultimate orb. And then suddenly a little harder for them to catch up with the Legion plays.
Yeah.
But still very limited in what he can throw out.
And still, like, it's late. You know, it's 32 minutes. He's gonna have Yuo's Lincolns. Legion already has ways to break that Lincolns with the Halberd.
Look at this, fighting around the strike, looking for the bash, but a Lower Dance doesn't get it onto the quad. They'll get Kuro, they'll get Mind Control as well by the looks of it with the Nether Strike, and the bash is flying through. Vega Squadron, again, 2 quick kills. Very little Liquid can do to react. I mean, Matuma, he was lucky to get away with his life there. 1 bash and the quad would have been gone as well.
Yep.
This game, very impressive performance from Vega so far. No doubt about it.
Aloha and G have been having spectacular, absolutely spectacular games so far. Super farmed. 317 CS on one of them. How much on the other one? 234 on Legion. Doing a good job of keeping those waves pushed out from Liquid's forcing. Miracle almost finishing up the butterfly. It's going to be nice to deal with that high physical damage coming out from those guys. And they don't have their MKBs for still a while. Troll has it queued up. Still about 4,000 gold away, though.
Okay. Yeah, still a bit of time there. A Lower Dance is going to need to catch up to that item. G. Fisher blocked here. Looks like they don't really want to do anything more about it. It's very, very hard to go on him. A lot of health, 2.8k HP. He's got the evasion from the halberd, BKB as well. It's very hard to go on.
Roche is dying. Miracle's nowhere near, too. Looks like they're not going to be able to contest this one. And this is Aegis and Cheese, second Roche.
Liquid can't do anything about it. They're sort of in the neighborhood, but they're just too hesitant. They're going to have to. They're going to let this one go by the looks of it. Aloha Dance gets the kill. Aegis and Cheese in the pocket.
They're just so afraid because the BKB on the troll and the BKB on G and just the positioning. They have to get like the perfect initiations. They have to catch the Legion Commander inside of the combo in order to be able to burst people before the BKBs come out. But he's been very good about where he's standing.
And a rod out on silent.
Well, that'll help a bit. Break those linkings from distance.
Yeah.
Troll Warlord now though.
Yeah.
Silver Edge is well finished, so...
I mean, just waltzes up to the shrine here, ready to go. Pops the BKB, won't again get that lockdown that he needs to find the kill, though. As Liquid will get themselves out and back to safety.
Scary.
But, I mean, yeah, Aloha Dance is he just Silver Edges into the middle of the whole team and starts punching. Because he knows that Liquid can't do anything in return. They just panic and run.
Yeah. He's just watch out for the gem, that's the one thing. Who actually picked it up now? It's Matu.
They will get the AA. Certainly not having to worry about that blast in the fights is nice, especially if they get more. They're looking to move forward. They'll get the vacuum out, holding the back. Miracle jumping in, looking for Shioma the Slayer. Aloha Dance forcing back Kuro here with the axes. It's going to be a duel on the back lines as G just goes straight in, gets the successful win. He's looking to chase down Kuroki. He's not going to quite get the damage out though. The Ice Path holds back the Legion. Aloha Dance did manage to end up getting himself the kill here. Can they get Afterlife? They can. Liquid do find a third. Miracle, eyes onto the Legion, but Aloha Dance is ready to go back in. Aloha Dance looking for the easier kills, jumps in onto the Shaker, doesn't get, has he got enough bashes yet? The BKB's back out. Pops the BKB, able to lock down onto one, moves over to Kuroki, picks up the double kill. Miracle jumps across.
He's just like running in.
He's going. Aloha Dance is just playing absolutely ham here. Miracle pops the Manta style. They can't really man fight up against this with the vacuum. Vega now have to run back. Aloha Dance being chased down. That's a big kill for Miracle, but he has got the Aegis. He's going to be back and ready for round 2. G will unfortunately be able to jump back up to the high ground and avoid this. I mean, Aloha Dance, he plays so damn aggressive on this troll.
He's literally just running up into fog.
Every time that Silver Edge is back off cooldown, he's going back in.
Yeah. It's a good play for Liquid there, though. They saw that the BKB was used at the shrine initially, so they smoke and they want to catch an engagement while that's down. They end up getting themselves some nice kills. Gets the Miracle, his Butterfly finished up, and you know the anti-mage is the important one, so they're trying to do that. But Matu dies again, unable to get any of that gold through that majority of that engagement because he gets dueled in the back lines. So he's still stagnated at that like 11,000 mark for quite a while. 7,000.
And still, G, you know, he got himself another successful victory. He's now got this sub-press done.
Aloha's on the prowl.
Can he get the bash? That's the question. Where's that bash? Where's that bash? He's not getting lucky with the bashes, I tell you what. Matuma Man seems to have some anti-bash installed. He just is... He's fine every time. And now he's going to look to turn. Jumps in, has the use. There's still the BKB available on Aloha Dance, and he'll pop it. Realizing it's going to be needed, tries to man up against Miracle. Needs some teammate backup, and he's got it. Afterlife comes in with the first Burrow Strike. Nether Strike as well, holding GH in position. But the rest of Vega are backing off. Looks like they'll just leave Shioma the Slayer as the sacrificial lamb here, as his participants will allow the rest of VEGA Squadron to escape.
Troll needs that MKB so bad now. With the evasion from the Butterfly and from the Solar Crest, Anti-Mage just can stand toe-to-toe pretty easily at this point. Even though no Basher online, but Basher will be very soon in the making for Miracle. And then they can actually have much better ways to be able to pick off that Troll and the Legion on those split push on those side lanes during that BKB. And BKB, I believe, is down to, it's down to 5 seconds on the Troll Warlord already.
He's been using it a lot, Aloha.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So indeed, that certainly going to be a little bit of an issue, especially in these fights that have been rather drawn out.
Yeah.
And these fights, the Miracle and Matumba with the blink potential are going to be able to duck and dive in and out of bottom lane. GH opening up with the Echo Slam, dropping the wall and the Ice Path. Can they bring this man down with the Sonic Wave? They certainly can. Liquid clean up the kill. And it's a big one. That's no Legion for 90 seconds. And a tasty bit of money going towards Matumba there as he ends the streak.
Matu's probably like, not this time. Not holding on to Sonic Wave this time.
75 seconds, no Legion. What can they get done with it? In the middle lane, Slayer comes forward, has got the Shadow Blade and no detection upon Liquid themselves, so they won't get the kill. They do get the tier 2 tower, though.
Liquid having a lot of momentum, though, during the last couple minutes. fix the last. It was about a 5K gold lead for VEGA. Now it's all the way down to 1K. Very good aggressive moves, seizing the opportunities of those small cooldowns.
See if they can get anything more out this time with the Legion off the map. Top lane has been shoved in quite nicely for the creeps of VEGA Squadron, so taking that tier 2 is not quite going to be an option here for Liquid. So it looks like VEGA won't lose too much more than that tier 2 with the duration of G's death.
Not the worst. Roche is going to be spawning in the next like 4 or so minutes, so we still got some time between that one. Liquid's looking to stay on the aggressive. They don't have the Echo Slam nor the Darkseer wall, but they still have a lot of confidence because of the last couple minutes. They're just definitely on a high from that.
No doubt about it. Miracle, he's okay with the DD pickup. He just fires through the backdoor regen. They do have a fortification though, and now he will jump back. The rest of Liquid are there ready to fight. There's going to be a smoke up from VEGA. Looking to come into this one. We'll see if the Lower Dance can get the lead in with the invis. Looks like a re-smoke here from Liquid as they want to go back in and try and find that wraparound. Who's going to get the jump on who, though? That is the question. Liquid with the high ground at the moment. Slayer heading forward. Will dispel some of the smoke. They'll pop down the Fissure. Dust as well. Miracle tries to jump forward. Won't quite get the jump onto Slayer. Now Slayer can turn. Has the Nether Strike into the Jewel. The Linkers has been popped, but the Ice Path comes out. Can they keep Miracle alive? The bashes. No, they can't. VEGA find the big kill. Take down the Anti-Mage. And now try and chase for more. GH on the retreat. Jump forward from G. They've got the slowdown here from the Vortex. And this is almost certainly going to be a dead shaker as well as VEGA Squadron get a second. Liquid a little too trigger happy there with their smoke dispelling. Miracle jumping in, hunting for whoever popped it. Doesn't get into the position he needs to be in. Instant Lincoln's proc and lockdown from VEGA Squadron. Really nicely executed to punish that anti-mage and get yet another victory for G.
Yeah, it was like right when the MKB finished, I think, for the troll too. So it was like, this is like really important though. We touch on that a lot. The when you're smoking, you want to have those wards for you can put the vision in right when the fight happens, and that's what VEGA did a little bit better in that engagement. They got the high ground vision while Liquid only had like side vision, so they had a better jump. Looks like VEGA's going for a double play here. Looks like they're going for a kill on my control while also pushing for the mid lane.
By the looks like we're going to get this Darkseer. He's getting bashed up by Slayer. I know Afterlife. The Greaves will be popped. Mind Drop vacuums them back. Looks to surge himself out of there. Has got the blink out. And looks for the TP. And in fact, with that blink TP play, he is going to make it. We'll get back to base. But base is in a bit of a bad place as VEGA Squadron clear up the middle lane. They move towards the top. Miracle still holding on to this buyback. Not wanting to come back into the fight, hoping that the rest of his team can try their best to hold VEGA off. But Aloha just mans up, gets himself the tier 3, will be jumping on. But again, that quick BKB timing from Aloha, meaning that Liquid can't get the follow-up. It is blocked up a little bit, but it doesn't matter as Liquid have their attentions drawn towards G. Slayer charging across, will be cancelled by the vacuum, and again, Shoma the Slayer kind of throwing his life at them here, trying to give time for the rest of VEGA Squadron to get out of there. Mind Control is hot on the chase though. Can they punish this? Jump forward from Miracle. G pots the BKB, but the bash comes through from the anti-mage. Have they actually got the damage to fight through this Legion? That's the question. No, he's looking to turn. He goes for the Jewel straight up. Can he get away with this? He's bringing him down low. The Yule's up is there to make sure that the Jewel isn't successful, and they do then get the slam down, dunk down kill onto him. They take down that Legion, down for 90 seconds.
Yeah, no buyback on the Legion. Spiritbreaker dead as well. So they were able to claim 3
racks. And they're in a great position to push Liquid straight down the middle lane.
Yep.
They can at least get a set of racks by the looks of it to deal with the fact that they themselves have lost a couple.
Yeah,
get
Glyph
one set.
Online. Glyph is not up for VEGA either. So yeah, this should be...
They can get 2 sets.
This should be 2 sets.
They can equalize the playing board here off the back of that play. That chase down, that just commitment to get that Legion Commander kill on the way out.
Yeah.
Absolutely paying off here for Liquid.
Yeah, G used the Purge again on the Legion Commander during the Echo Slam, or during the Fissure Echo Slam cover, so he got the BKB up, but the overall chase, it's because of how low these BKBs are getting. They're not able to fight during them. They have to just like pop BKB to avoid like a stun and then just like bail. Because they can't really fight without them.
Look how rich this Sand King is, Fogged.
What do you have?
He's got 6.6k gold in the bank.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
you're right.
That's a rich Sand King.
Have I not clicked on him in that long? I saw them, like he bought a gem earlier and that was the last thing he bought, and that was quite a while back ago. So.
I think that was about the 26-minute mark.
Yeah.
Then he's just been holding on to the gold.
Banked up. Okay.
Deciding what he wants to do after life.
Shiva.
Going on the Shiva's guard. In the river, they've got the bashes, they've got the damage. Aloha Dance. If he gets that bash, he gets the kill.
This
really
time, like finally.
This time he finally gets that bash.
He primed the bash. He primed it this time.
60 seconds, no quap, and Matuma does have that buyback available. What are we seeing on Roche is back up.
Roche
this is perfect for Vega if they can get away with this. I mean, with a quap down, they should find this. Abyssal Blade is complete on Miracle. What's the goal looking like on Miracle? Did you go all in on that purchase? I still got a bit of gold. Okay, so buyback is still good for the anti-mage. Right, things heating up and down as we can see. Afterlife with the Invis rune, keeping guard on the high ground around the Roche, making sure that Liquid are not thinking about contesting, and indeed they are not. They have no inclination of getting involved in that one as Vega get away with another Aegis.
Still, yeah, it's
very
tough.
Close game.
Similar situations, though. He need to get like those double vacuum. Both teams need to get these double kind of initiations to have the fights go well for them. Otherwise, it's just a bit of a bloodbath.
And Miracle slowly shoving in that bottom lane. G is there. Not quite aware of Miracle's presence nearby. Miracle does have the Abyssal. I mean, can he go for... I guess he can't really. He's not going to have enough on his own to solo the Legion.
Too much health, 3,000 with the evasion as well. Doesn't have MKB on anti-mage, so definitely a really hard kill versus all that armor. 29 armor and 3,000 HP with only a 900 mana pool. Maybe if he gets like chain bashes, it would be pretty hard to kill though.
I mean, Miracle's certainly doing a good job with keeping these lanes shoved out.
Yep.
Making it very hard for them to push it back out. Oh, was it with the Legion? I think he went for the plus dual
damage. Yeah, he did go for it this
time.
Lovely. Why not this game, right? The amount of successful duels that he's had, he's only had to use press the attack in one situation anyway, so he doesn't need it every time it's up. He just needs it on those first blown initiations. Shadow Silver Edge up. Look,
where's the bash? There, it doesn't even need an actual proper bash. He only gets the MKB mini procs. It's enough. Kuro's gone in a few swift swipes of the axes.
400 damage per hit.
Yeah.
With a haste rune too. How's Matu? Matu's still a bit behind, but recovering. You know, Shiva's now finished up. On the way toward an Orchid afterwards, so they can have that Bloodthorn for the evasion and for all that other good stuff.
I mean, I guess in defense of Matu's farm as well, he's on a side with Miracle anti-mage, you know what I mean? Miracle taking the vast amount of potential farm from the map. Very hard for the quap to find a place. The Queen of Pain, not particularly the best farmer.
Yeah, you're good at shoving lanes, the side lanes in and stuff, but you're playing versus a Spirit Breaker and versus an AA. So that's what we were talking about, is like that fear factor. Legion Commander got a very early Blink Dagger. You don't want to get caught going for those like pushing side lanes.
Look at this, Vega just waltz up into the base.
With the Aegis and
They've got the creeps close enough on the other lanes. They're ready to try and take some more structures here from the side of Liquid. Tier 3 falling down low. Is indeed Aegis, BKB, a low on Arts, not scared at all. Moves in for more. Miracle will jump forward. Looking to try and bring him down. Has the Abyssal Blade drop and the Mana Void falling down low. But low does, he's still alive here. Finally gets vacuum back. There's the Echo Slam. They've lost the Aegis on the Legion. He's going to be back for round 2. Shanking down. Immediate buyback. He does have the boosted travel to get himself back into the fight. They find mind control. He buys back G. Looking towards GH. They get him down with a nuke. That's going to be a second buyback from Liquid. They're all coming back into this one, trying to hold these racks, and it's working for the time being. They take down the AA. Quick burrow strike down to the low ground, but the jump force there from Liquid. They have the Yule set up into the ice path. They will hold. They get the double kill on Miracle, and they keep those bottom racks alive.
I mean, they have to buy back there. They have to defend these racks because otherwise they get Mega Creep pretty soon because there's only one ranged rack left top. But just... I'm surprised Miracle ends up surviving. He's in like the midst of the fray, and they just end up having the fight get so chaotic on the other side with a beautiful vacuum combo that they're able to peel the attention off the anti-mage for just long enough for him to survive. So nicely executed. Nicely executed actually by Vega, but Liquid able to have those buybacks to have them bring it back, and good vacuum from mind control and combo from GH.
Well, so at the back of that as well, it was a dieback from Afterlife on the Sand King, so he's down for 60. See what Liquid can do with this. They smoke up in the middle lane, Aloha dance. Again, very deep with the Silver Edge. I mean, he doesn't care that he's got 2 teammates dead. He wants to find action. We'll see what he does here. He may respect the fact that the rest of Liquid are indeed off the map and moving over, and yeah, he'll back away. Won't go for anything too crazy, too brash, as he backs off back to base, and will hold off until the rest of his team's back alive. Mid lane though, G being eyed up here. Matuma Man jumping forward, and with the Shiva's Guard, they're going to go in on this. The Abyssal Blade is dropped down. Miracle blinking forward, but there's the charge through. The Ice Blast as well connects onto Miracle. They've managed to get the dual lockdown as well. They proc the Lincolns, catch the Anti-Mage, take down Miracle. Can they get more? Slayer falling low. Matuma Man nukes him, jumps forward onto G with the dagger. Kuro Mind Controller there as well as they surround the Legion Commander. G trying to fight back, but the Ice Blast there locking him down. Mind Control gets the double kill. And Liquid losing the anti-mage, but taking the overall momentum of that fight. bringing down G. I mean, again, we're seeing how good Vega are at making sure that they can catch out the anti-mage. They did everything they needed there to kill Miracle.
This is a hard kill for them to get on the Legion Commander. With the, like everything we were talking about, the armor, the evasion, everything, but right when they're able to proc Miracle's Lincolns, they pop the battle trance right afterwards.
Straight in with the torch.
And look at this damage. Just absolutely melts. They get a nice Ice Path Vacuum combo, but with the BKBs being up at that point, they're able to just focus down Miracle. But yeah, they did kill the Legion. And there's no buyback. Oh no, there is. Whoops, sorry.
It does have buyback, but it looks like they're not going to be able to force it.
Yeah, they don't need to force it or anything.
Shaking
Gives Matu a little bit more gold too, because he got some cleanup.
Look at this damage! Aloha does it just in on the base. He doesn't need creeps. He just fights through the back door with protection.
And he's out.
And he gets the melee racks. Oh, that's beautifully dirty. Very little that Liquid can do to put a stop to that. They need the anti-mage and the Abyssal to have any sort of hope to put Aloha Dance off doing those plays. But when the anti-mage is dead, Aloha Dance, he knows it's just a free house to Silver Edge and do that. He can very easily secure the Mega Creeps for them by doing that once more.
Yeah, he's been styling this game, like with no fear whatsoever.
He's had a great 8-1 and 16. Yeah. I mean, I remember back in the league play, I'm pretty sure he played Troll a lot of the games. It's definitely one of his preferred heroes. And we are certainly seeing why in this performance against Liquid. And against a Miracle anti-mage nonetheless. It's a pretty hard carry to match up against.
And they left him alone.
He is doing.
He was that was a solo save.
So then against a Darkseer. Yeah.
Like
definitely something to look back and watch upon. You know, if you want to know how to lane a Troll against a Darkseer.
Yeah.
Aloha Dance is the man to watch. Oh, down in the jungle, Matuma Man, self-using up, trying to keep himself alive. We'll be able to blink away. Liquid disengaging for the time being.
GH is back up. Their big form of lockdown, that instant disable.
15 minutes in it again. Another game that we've had quite a treat of a game in terms of what we've had here so far at DreamHack. First series was fantastic. The second series, this is only the opening game one.
It's all these anti-mages. It makes the game go a bit longer, but
but at the same time, exactly, it's not been boring anti-mage picks.
No.
There's been a lot of action elsewhere.
I mean, the first pick Spirit Breakers and stuff will cause that to happen. Miracle now.
They're going to jump in onto Aloha Dance, but that Force Mage is saving. The Vacuum Wall comes out, but Aloha Dance gets the BKB off in time. Vega looking to disengage though. They know that they don't have the advantage here. There's BKB running low. There's the follow through. You'll set him into the Sonic Wave. Mana Void. Aloha Dance is down along with Shoma the Slayer. Liquid getting 2 very big kills. There's a buyback available for Aloha Dance. Spirit Breaker doesn't have that luxury.
Big net worth going for them for that kill.
Silent nearly has it at Aghanims, and that can certainly be huge at putting off pushes. If he can get that sealed.
It's high level too. Level 21. Got that 8% Ice Vortex slow and resistance. It's not massive, but yeah, finishing up the Aghanims, level 22.
That's great for the D push. And making it hard for Liquid to fight under. But Liquid, of course, they'd love to force out that buyback from the Troll. And they may be able to do so with the pressure that Miracle can put on. He's straight up to the tier 3s. Look at him jump forward. They prot the Linkers. The Manta comes out, though. There's the Burrow Strike and Epi. Absolutely huge. They're holding the 3 of them back. Miracle trying to man up, though. Turns towards G, but G gets the BKB off. They've already prot the Lincoln. He has got the Jewel, but the damage is not quite coming through here with the evasion and such. Miracle, he survives. Blinks out. They've lost the Legion here. They've not brought back left on the Jewel. On the Troll. He's not come back into it. G's actually going to be the one to buy back himself on the Legion. Matuma Man jumping forward, looking for Afterlife. They've got the Yule set up. Do they have any follow-through lockdown? There's the Burrow Strike. Jump forward from Miracle, though, straight in onto the Tanking. Tanking's gone. Now the buyback finally comes out from Aloha Dance. The charge in straight away. Looking at lockdown GH. They'll make sure the Shaker's out before he can throw anything out in this fight. Nether Strike connects onto Mind Control. Catches the Darkseer on the retreat. And Aloha Dance isn't done yet. Looking towards Matuma. But a quick Yules and a blink out will keep the quop safe.
Anti-Mage is looking to go back in
Miracle
top.
Still wants to fight.
He's looking for it. He's moving in.
He's got... There's 2 gems on the deck there.
He doesn't have room. Priorities. If he gets his Mega Creeps, it's going to be massive for them. And the Glyph is back up, though.
They're going to look to try and catch him. Where's he?
Oh, he blinks in.
Oh, he blinks deep. Beautiful play from Miracle. G was in position down the lane, ready for the blink out, but Miracle reads him like a book.
And look, the Courier. The Dire Courier. Oh, it's trying to go for the gem, but no. Oh, the Couriers meet each other.
Oh, that's lovely.
Small little glance.
So which one actually picked it up?
They both. I think Vega got both gems. Sayoma picked up one, and the other Courier picked up the other.
Ooh.
Heavy committal coming out from
both
Vega.
teams
Those 2 buybacks.
hanging on by range racks. Oh, we got 2 range racks on the side of Liquid.
Yes, Liquid has 2. They have the bottom and the top one.
Oh my goodness.
This one is at 140 HP, though. That's it. Look at where Miracle's positioned. He's already ready to blink down the side. He's going to backdoor this.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do they have fortification?
It was just used.
It was just used?
This is going to be Mega Creeps for sure.
Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, he's got it.
There we go. Look.
8,000 gold in the bank, too, if he wants to finish up that MKB and swap items out to be able to do damage to the Troll better versus that Evasion and versus the Legion Commander. But it's Mega's time.
What do we have just picked up on the Legion? What's on the courier coming out here for G?
MKB should be finished up now.
The
They used all their buybacks, so they're finished up with...
They know they've got to finish the game off now. They're up against Mega Creeps. Vega straight in on the top lane. There's the first range track's gone. They need to get one more.
The Darkseer's up in 10 seconds. Mind Control with that Hex finished up too. Miracle now bought a full BKB for this engagement.
Oh, they've got an E-Blade on Kuro. He is ready to poon some noobs.
Oh, he actually got one. Okay. So I saw that GH had one queued up as well to deal with the Troll and the Legion, because it's mostly physical damage coming out from Vega from their big hero, big damage dealers. So yeah, they both were trying to get that to peel the damage off of Miracle. Darkseer respawns.
Oh, if they can...
it's backed off.
That Roshan's about to respawn. If Vega can get it, absolutely huge considering the state of the game. It's going to be up.
Lanes are shoving though. That's the problem. Remember, they're versus Megas, so the lanes are going to shove in naturally.
Are they going to see it? Are they going to stick around long enough? It's so close.
Liquid might know.
A couple more seconds. They've got it. Can they get away with it before Liquid heads over? Yeah, with the damage that the G's built up, they'll take this in no time at all. They've got it.
Yep, they got it.
So Vega may be up against Mega Creeps.
That helps them a lot.
They've got the Aegis and G's.
Since they don't have the buybacks on either the Troll or the Legion, it's going to be pretty important to have that, as long as they don't get killed before they can use the cheese. Here we go,
Afterlife has been spotted out, though. There's the Hex straight up. Miracle jumps in. Afterlife gone. Slayer actually trying to turn up to the fight. Commits with another strike. Charge through as well. He needs backup and he needs equip, but he's not going to get it. The Ice Bomb comes out from Kuro. There's the jump in from G. That's the duel onto Shakira. Shakira's down. Buybacks immediately coming out from VEGA SQADRON. Both looking to return to the fray. On the sideline, Afterlife comes in with a burrow strike. Immediately onto one of them. Had they got the damage to finish off G? Just thought they have. They'll take down GH, but GH and Kuro buying back in. Miracle pops the Aegis, takes down the Troll. Charge forward will be cancelled as Mutuma Man holds back the Spirit Breaker with the Yules, but Afterlife in with the episode of the Burrow Strike as well. BKB popped out from Miracle, just picked up, trying to bash up against the lower does, but he gets the BKB out himself in time. Mutuma Man has the Linkers procced, ready to go back in. That Miracle BKB is going to run out. Slayer charges away. If they got any further catch, Miracle looking for G.
Where the bashes?
Needs the bash. Mutuma Man's there as well. Bites time with the Yule setup. Shiva's girl comes out as well. G falling low. 4-star back once. Can they save the Legion? Ice Path blocking off the rest of VEGA SQADRON. Dream charge the man up and turn around, but he's not going to do it. G's gone. Slayer falling low as well. He's going to drop 2 down without buyback as Liquid on the verge of closing it up, and they will. GG well played is called, and Liquid take game 1.
Ooh. Clutch little plays just came out in there. It's like literally like the Hex from Darkseer coming into play in that top situation when they're pushing, and then Miracle's decision making to go back in over and over again to get that Rax and clean it up, get the Mega Creeps. Both teams played super well. Vega overall had more of the advantage in the game, like taking those multiple Roshans, and they were pressing the advantage over and over again, but small situations allowed Liquid to bring it back and get those Raxes.
What a way for Liquid to finish. I mean, that Miracle coming up with the BKB, having that presence in the fight that they required. But as you say, you really can't take anything away from Vega's performance.
No,
they played
super close game.
Absolutely top-level Dota.
Yep.
That was... What a way to start the series. And you know, after this, we've got 2 more series to go as well. There's so much Dota today. As we saw there, the crowd really filling up. They're loving it.
We had a lot of good combos coming out from Liquid, a lot of good great vacuums. That's one of the things we always talk about, the Mind Control Darkseer. The guy's amazing at it, but it's the way that they teamwork with it. It was just super well done. It looked like they were going to lose this one, but clutch plays coming out and keeps them alive.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, game 1 indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back very shortly with game 2 between Liquid and Vega after this ad break. We'll see you then.
There's a DreamHack PC. What if we told you there is? This is the DreamHack PC, built with the best components on the market, optimized for a flawless esports experience. Just add games.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Dream League Season 7 playoffs here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia at DreamHack here. We are into our second series of the event. Team Liquid going to be going against Vega, and it is Liquid who come out victorious at the end of game number 1. I'm Dakota, and I'm back at my panel. And as the fans had laid out this series, gentlemen, it was Liquid as favorites, 85-15. I'm here, of course, with Slacks, Cap, and Ben. Did not pan out that way. Yes, it was Liquid who got the win, but they had to work for it, didn't they, Slacks?
They sure did, Dakota. They sure did. Talking about fans as well. I am hot as hell. This is Atlanta. Why are we wearing sweatshirts? These things are hot.
You're just always
because
wet.
we're cool cucumbers. Oh yeah, take it off, Slacks.
Not me.
Take it off.
I'm no cool cucumber. I'm a hot tamale.
Sounds like a terrible Pokemon.
Anyway, yeah, what a game there. You know, Vega, they had a lot of control, took a lot of Roche, had a lot of map presence, but Liquid had a lot of good playing. So then they won the game.
That's a great breakdown of the game.
Thank you.
I think the turning point, everything was looking pretty good for Liquid in my opinion, but the turning point was really that first Roshan. Right? They set that up so beautifully. The way the Vega Squadron had Troll inside the pit, then they had G's Legion Commander sitting on the outside, just on the other edge of the cliff, so he was in range to press the attack. They make that Earthshaker initiation look to like just chain stun, burst him down, and instead he gets press the attack, is able to instantly BKB, turns around, they instead of like having their Roche taken away from them, they actually kill 4 members of Liquid, take Roshan, take the Aegis for themselves, and then from there, they just control the game for like the next 20 minutes.
And overall, looking at the bigger picture, I think Liquid are experimenting more. We have seen Miracle go in the side lanes. He's been playing carry a little bit more often. Remember, he played Juggernaut a lot at Epicenter. And then Matama Man, he played carry I feel like almost every single game for over a year. And now he's playing the mid lane more. Before it was on the Lone Druid. Now it's more in the quap. Doesn't look like his most comfortable role, I would say.
Were you impressed, Slacks?
Yeah, I'm curious. I wanted to hear your guys' insight about the Queen of Pain.
I thought the Queen of Pain was what we've seen before, kind of from that role. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
He hasn't played it before.
What? I said from the role, not from the player, my friend.
He's saying that Matama Man didn't bring anything maybe new and unique to Queen of Pain.
Exactly. It's a very hit or miss hero. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they're gonna miss. I am so hot.
There was like,
I can't think straight.
I can't think. Make it rain on me, Cap.
You want me to make it rain on you?
Make it rain.
Oh, baby.
Woo! That's for the fans, baby.
Where'd you get that money from?
I don't
get paid that much here.
$8. $8. What?
$8 whole dollars.
No. It was the jacket cost more than $8, guys. So you can't just make it rain like that. Anyway, so yeah, unexpected performance from Mr. Tumby. We know he likes to get in face first and get that action. Not really what we're thinking about.
Yeah, he was looking okay. Like he had the Eel Scepter. I thought maybe once he had the Lincolns, he was going to be able to.
Go ahead.
He was going to be able to split push a lot because the Animage and Queen of Pain could have just taken like opposite sides of the map, right? And with their Lincolns, they could have just kept split pushing and just because there wasn't really a way for Vega to be able to control the map against that, just because they were so heavily countered by Lincoln Sphere. But he got delayed up after that Roshan fight. Then he just became more and more lackluster.
He seemed very almost aggressive at times in the fights. I'm not a big Queen of Pain player, but he's just happy to blink on into the action. And it felt like he was just able to get out without too much trouble, maybe to his luck or not. I mean, what did you guys think on it? Do you think he was playing Queen of Pain as the aggressive Matama man, or do you think he was doing a pretty good job at not kind of putting himself into harm's way too much in those really ridiculous fights?
When you're paired up with an AM, it can go either way. We've seen a lot. Yeah, you mentioned you just split push all the time. Other times you just create space and sacrifice a little bit more of your farm. So
decision making was a little bit questionable.
We're like,
use the Sonic Wave, use the Sonic Wave. He's just like, no, dude, I got double damage. I'm like, right click.
I'll right click, and I'll save Sonic Wave for a big 2-man, 3-man play.
Yeah, he looked kind of uncomfortable on it. Speaking of decision making, I think another, like, we were talking about the very end of the game and what potentially could have won it for VEGA Squadron. I thought Miracle lost the game when he got dueled at top lane, but they didn't buy back on the troll. They chose not to buy back, which he could have bought back and immediately used his ultimate. Legion could have potentially killed Miracle because he had the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast on top of him as well. But they decide to hold on to the buyback. They give up Megas, and then they're under the gun to try and make everything happen. And I think it was just a bit of a late-game decision-making error.
And the talent choice.
Yeah, that's true.
Now we do have, of course, the MVP as voted by you watching there. Let's see what the fans had to say on who they picked out as the MVP performer.
No!
And it is a tie, it looks like, between G and Miracle.
Wow.
G did really well for mid-Legion Commander.
Oh, for sure. And it was Liquid who had the advantage to pick into that matchup, as expected that he was going to be in the mid lane with the LC and still was able to kind of pull out that kind of a game. Is super impressive. Plus, we all just didn't know what to expect from VEGA coming into this. It's only one game, but if you're going against Liquid and you're putting a performance like that, that's not too shabby.
Offlaners get no love. He had 0% again.
Afterlife. Yeah. I mean, he's the least known player, I would say, of this whole entire tournament, probably.
That's pretty fair.
It's a sad statistic.
You're the least known. We'll change it. Go out there, pick an axe or something.
Yeah, go do an interview or two, huh?
Yeah, you should.
Build the brand a little bit.
Grab it. Pull them out for
Call
an interview.
yourself current life, pre-life, afterlife. Nobody cares because it doesn't exist. Sorry, kids. No,
whoa.
Just
Jesus,
you made a bold claim right there. There's a lot of Catholics and Christians out there are going to be not too happy with Slacks right now.
Just joking, everybody. We're having a great time.
What Slacks means is he believes in reincarnation, much like the Dota 2 heroes.
One day I hope I can be reincarnated into Merlini. It seems like a good life. A nice
afterlife.
Life.
I also wish that.
Right.
Thank God we have a draft to save us from this. Let's get into it. Now we have bans underway already. VEGA get rid of the Wisp and the Coddle yet again for their first 2 bans. And Liquid, no Night Stalker. He's been banned, I think, almost every single game this tournament so far. And then Faceless Void is the second X. VEGA take first pick.
I had a dream one time.
You did?
Wow.
This is the land of Martin Luther King. This is the place to have a dream. Slacks, tell us about this epic dream.
I had a dream one time that I went to heaven and they said I could get reincarnated, but I had to die in every way that I ever killed animals. And I killed a lot of ants when I was a kid. I drowned them in honey.
You fried them with the
and it was a bad
magnifying glass.
Don't hurt the animals, children. Hey, my God, it's Zeus. This is the team Liquid Zeus. One of the only teams that still picks this goddamn hero. And why? Because they're beasts. You got Liquid and Secret, the only 2 that run this bad boy. What's up with that, you might be asking? Let me tell you, kiddos. That's called the Agnum Scepter. You ever taken a ride on the Nimbus? They'll fry your ass. Love that hero. Can't wait to see it.
I'm excited to see Zeus. I mean, the old Liquid, when it had fought on the team, yeah, Zeus might pop into play. But here it is on Liquid's side.
It's kind of absurd once you get the Nimbus and you get the, what is it, level 15 or level 20?
Level 20.
Yeah, you increase the stun duration of the Thunderbolt.
Yeah, that thing is
And then you get Octarine, so you get an Arcane. It's just like lightning, lightning, lightning. You're always being stunned.
Oh, straight into a Viper pickup here from VEGA. I can't believe we're already seeing 2 Viper picks in 2 series.
The world's getting exciting when everyone's got to pick the Viper. Look at these guys. They're so happy. They're so ready. Already congratulating yourself. Get back to work, boys. Okay, there's a draft going on.
Probably talking about, you're going to pick me up Zeus first. I'm just going to get Vipered and run at. Sure enough, that's what happens. Zeus has no escape mechanism. He doesn't really threaten Viper in any way because he's got the additional magic armor from Corrosive.
I mean, you could always just...
Not fun.
you know, if you really don't want to have that kind of mid lane matchup, you just put the Zeus somewhere else. But I hear nothing but terrible things about, you know, Zeus in these other positions.
Yeah.
Support obviously has a hard time kind of coming online. Yeah, he's a free walking sentry ward, but then I've also heard that the grim tales of the off lane Zeus too. So
yeah, Yabsor seems to make it work for secrets. So
Yabsor's really
It's
good.
tough for Zeus though.
Switcheroo.
Or sorry, versus Clockwork. I think Clockwork poses a lot of problems. If you're support, you're not going to be able to farm a 4-staff.
Yeah.
And if you're mid, you're going to be versus Viper.
It really does seem like Liquid's kind of throwing out these cores early and just saying like,
what are you gonna do about
see
it?
if you can counter this, right?
What are you gonna do about it? What Liquid?
We pick up the Anti-Mage.
Welcome to Georgia. What are you gonna do about it?
Welcome to Georgia.
What y'all gonna do about it?
Hey, what are y'all gonna do
My
about it?
New York Southern accent is coming at you.
Yeah.
Y'all.
You know, Cap does a great Southern draw. Can we hear some of that?
I don't know, it's like so
that can't
when we were
possibly-
doing that in the rehearsal, that got pretty dark.
People out there won't be offended.
I mean, you're the one who got it started.
You put Southern and Plantation owner awfully close together, Slacks. I think is what the problem is. Just saying.
It's not the place.
What he's saying is, any native Georgians hate on Slacks, don't hate on me. He was the one.
Mr. No Afterlife over here. All right. Second phase of bans coming out. They get rid of that Queen of Pain. They get rid of that Razor in the mid lane. Some of the Titans that could give, you know, the one and only Viper a bit of run for his money.
Hey.
And then Nyx and AA's got to go, and the Juggernaut comes out from Liquid. The all-classic Jug.
Yeah, it is especially a classic for Team Liquid. Pick that one up a lot. Very dependable guy, and not too bad against Viper, right? He's one of the only guys that can spin on out of that garbage.
I mean, no.
No? You're not good?
So-so.
He tries to
So-so?
spin, you're just gonna then run away. He's just gonna get R-buttoned by Viper.
Unless he R-buttons
Viper
you and then you spin. Right?
I almost would have been tempted
He's
to like
also-
a 4-staff cord, though. I don't know. Viper, and you're going to need mobility for sure.
Yeah, Viper is also a potential Dragonlance hero who can easily snipe the healing ward in the back line. That's one of the big problems with Jug, healing ward.
Ooh, is this going to be a Slayer Rubik? Seoma the Slayer had amazing Rubik showing in China and Starladder. We'll see how he can pull out the Rubik here at Dream League.
Dude, this is a great Rubik game. Juggernaut, anything's a good steal.
Oh, it's
now
even better
Enigma
now.
as well. You already had before, like Sand King's an awesome hero to play Rubik against as well.
God, the gall of these guys. They're going to pick Enigma after the Rubik? What
really-
disrespect.
It really feels like Liquid are just going to draft whatever the hell they want. It kind of feels like let's just show stuff like Zeus right at the beginning. Let's show AM right at the beginning, and oh, you got a Rubik. Doesn't matter. We were already thinking Enigma, so we're just going to get it.
Wow. Well, we'll see if it pays off. That expert, aggression, that confidence. Sometimes it can spook you.
I think it's pretty good versus Viper though, because you have the pure damage and you don't have good mobility as Viper. You don't build Pike very often. You never build Blink. You're just standing there and tanking. And Nameless is one of the better ones. Rubik also like his null field here too. Very good for Zeus and tanking.
Well, it's kind of annoying is when you Malphus Viper and then you're just taking corrosive skin for like 12 seconds. You just can never blink away.
Damn. Well, Razor knocked out, and we've been seeing a lot of Razor still. I thought he would be out of the meta now. That was one
It's an
boring-ass
anti-Viper
hero.
kind of.
Ah.
At least in lane. Works decently.
What one really good thing about Liquid's lineup is you look at it, every single one of those heroes can push out waves, and some of them can do it very safely. Sand King, Enigma both pick up Blink Dagger. They can kind of quickly shove out waves or throw Eidolons down. Juggernaut has his spin TP out, which is only currently being threatened by Hookshot. But VEGA Squadron are probably going to get more stuns through Magic Immunity because it's not just the Jug, but now it's going to be the Enigma BKB. There's not too many cores that really gift you that, right?
I mean, would they do like a Core Venge or something like that? I mean, it's good against the Enigma. It doesn't provide that BKB kind of stun, but a swap is there and available to kind of cancel out Enigma if you really
With Silencer too.
Silencer, yeah. It's also there.
They don't have, that's one thing VEGA Squadron's very much lacking, right, is that they don't have a whole lot of heroes to be able to deal with a lot of this split and heavy push from Liquid.
Well, Sven is going to be what they settle on, though, for their core position, so you get the mighty physical burst, cleaving to help kind of farm his way through. The setup's there. You do have to kind of work around those cogs set up from your Clockwork a bit, and I guess you're hoping that Viper could provide a little bit of slow power so Sven can catch up, but other than that, you're really banking on the Rubik to kind of set something up.
I think one of the good answers to dealing with that kind of so much like wave shove. You always have to do what I call like lane maintenance, right? It's like, oh, this lane's pushing, now this lane's pushing. One of the great things is you can do is have cores that are going to be able to outscale the enemy team and are like difficult to gank, right? Because if you're constantly doing lane maintenance and you're kind of split apart, it makes it easier to gank. But you've got some pretty like hard to kill cores so far. Viper and Sven, those aren't heroes that you particularly feel comfortable diving into towers against, you know?
I could see Vega trying to round out their lineup if they're indeed going to be going for the off lane. I mean, Darkseer seems like it could fit okay. Sven Darkseer used to be a pretty popular combo. It would help shove out some of the waves with the benefit of the Ion Shield, but again, it's how much they kind of want to put more into the lockdown maybe, or the setup, or maybe anti-Enigma. They might go for other options, but here they ban out the Venomancer on the side of Liquid, and it's going to be Vega getting rid of the Tinker.
He did that last time, right? Ban away the Venomancer when it wasn't necessarily fitting into the lane situation.
Viper Veno on the same team is...
That's a nightmare. Nobody wants that. A Bounty Hunter. Interesting. All right.
Huh.
You know, very good against Sand King.
So it's an off-lane Clockwork, I assume. And we'll do Bounty Hunter and Rubik as your support duo. Okay.
On Team Liquid. Scary draft already. I don't even think they need a 5th hero, really. Good.
I kind of like
team fight's much weaker. Their team fight's terrible right now. It's pretty much relying on Rubik to have to steal a stun or a black hole.
They're looking to like take this game really early, right? They're looking to run around Clockwork, get track kills, you know, pressure the Viper's lane, let him take that mid tower. They're gonna try and pressure Liquid really, really hard for what is kind of a greedy lineup from Liquid, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty greedy. All those heroes want to be able to pick up some farm. It just, the great thing for them is that they fall back on probably better late game and much better team fight.
Now with our full pick spread from both teams and that lone Druid being the final pickup for Liquid, Slacks, will start with you. Who do you think is gonna win game number 2?
A lot of team fight dependence on Liquid, but they do have that backup plan of the Bear. I don't see too much counter push coming out, so I think that Bear is going to have a nice, smooth ride. Going Liquid.
I'm pretty concerned that Vega Squadron don't have too many ways to be able to deal with the split, but I like their idea of the Bounty Hunter. Very aggressive. If Vega's going to win any game against Liquid, it's going to be, I think, this kind of style where it relies very heavily on your 10 to 20 minute execution.
I'm with you, Cap. I think Liquid are going to fall apart in the laning phase. Bounty Hunter is going to cause them a lot of issues. Vega will win.
Don't worry, Slacks, I'll side with you on this one. I'm going to go with Liquid. I feel like they have strong team fight, and their experience will help them shove away a lot of the pressure in the laning phase, and we'll see if they'll be able to close it out in the end game. So 2 apiece here. Let's throw things over to our casters right now. We got Odie and Fog bringing you the coverage.
Thank you very much, Dakota. And it's game 2 now, Liquid versus Vega Squadron. We're seeing some new stuff again. This Bounty Hunter pickup from the side of Vega. Zeus support coming out. GH is going to be on it. But I feel like I've got to side with the panel that liking Liquid's lineup. It feels like this is a very scary Liquid lineup.
So are we going to have a full split then, huh? Because we had 2 on the panel. Liquid.
Would you say
2 and Vega, and you just said Liquid, huh?
What did you say?
I was going to go Liquid as well.
Okay.
I think what Cap said holds a lot of truth, though. I think this is the game that Vega could win, is if they just completely snowball and go out of control. But that being said, playing Sven versus Enigma is quite tough. It's just one of those heroes that is super good versus it. And I think that Liquid will be able to take this game to the stage that they want it to be and draw it out enough to be able to deal with what Vega's got. And like Ben mentioned too, Vega lacks a lot of team fight. So if Liquid's actually able to get out of the laning phase without getting like run over, the fights are going to be heavily into their favor when they take them.
And I think Aloha Dance definitely one to watch in the laning stage. We saw how well this man dealt with the 1v1 against the Sand King. Sorry, against the Darkseer in game 1.
Oh, I just noticed something.
What we got?
It's the Jug mid versus Viper, and it's a Matumba man safe lane. I thought it was going to be the Lone Druid mid versus the Viper and Jug safe. But no, Miracle has a poor man shield, so he's definitely going mid.
All right, he's going to have a bit of a tough time then at the start, isn't he?
Yeah.
Jug versus the Viper.
Especially with a Bounty there.
Yeah.
Bounty can put a lot of annoyance. They've got a Dust ready, so if he does go for this Courier steal, Slayer, you are dead.
They should certainly be able to kill him here. And that will be first blood.
Give it a Miracle. Yeah, that's pretty important. Oh, wait. Oh!
Is he going top?
They're going Jug top and throwing the Enigma
Oh!
versus... Oh, yeah, he's got a null on Enigma. I didn't even see that.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
How to deal with Viper? Pretty much don't even lane verse him. Just keep denying the range creeps, and that's how you get an advantage.
So mind control mid.
Cool.
As you say, top lane Miracle Jug. We'll see where the supports do go, GH and Kuroki, where they're going to be focusing on. But a very interesting lane setup from Liquid.
That's one way to not, you know, we were saying that we're worried about them in the laning phase. This could be one approach toward it. Just completely make the lane so wacky. Miracle in some trouble. Top right now. His spin's still on cooldown.
He's going to have the spin in a second, but I don't know if it'll be enough to save him.
He doesn't have spin and TP. He can't do both. Too much mana.
I mean, even if he does, they've got physical to run through him here. They'll chase him down. I mean, Miracle's... He's going to die here as they do surround him, take him down. So it makes them spend a bit of time after it, but it's a kill nonetheless onto Miracle.
Spent his gold at least, yeah.
Yeah, so this mid matchup, Enigma versus Viper, is this the Viper answer? Can Mind Control do pretty well here?
He's always going to have the wave like on his side.
Yeah.
They don't really have he doesn't have kill potential like ever on the Viper pretty much till he's like 6, and then it's still pretty tough, but he's going to always be able to get his farm under the tower and pulling the wave back, so it should be a pretty even matchup. He's just going to be, Enigma's going to have higher levels because of denying those range creeps over and over again.
We'll see. I mean, as you said, because of the position Mind Control can keep the lane in, it certainly does make the movements from Slayer very hard to pull off.
Yeah.
Very hard for him to get that catch onto Mind Control with the way that he's holding the lane.
Denies range creep again. Keeps it coming.
Up top, Miracle now does have a bit of backup. He's got the Sand King hanging around with him. GH, meanwhile, down towards the bottom. Matsuma Man being pretty much left alone, but he's fine to do so there. Top lane, Burrow Strike onto lower house to hold him back from Miracle.
Yeah, Nakuro's up there, so they're starting to distribute their resources. GH bottom doing pulls, while Matu pretty much plays in a 1v1 versus Clockwork. So very important as a Zeus support, you have to keep your levels up and get early farm. Kuroki went for like full roaming too. He bought an Orb of Venom on Sand King, so it already tells you that he wants to be like moving around the map and constantly like pressuring any lane that he can, rather than like sitting and sandstorming or just sitting in one lane statically.
Yeah, Slayer being very committed on hanging around this middle lane to try and catch out Mind Control if he goes out of position. Top lane, telekinesis onto Kuroki. He's got the Sandstorm. And again, Liquid are fine. They'll get themselves involved in this side pull, make sure that they're not losing out too much at all. Down to Vega's attempt to control the lane. And CS-wise, as we can see, Miracle just slightly ahead of the Sven. So this top lane, even though he does go down early on at the start, keeping the farm on par. Mid lane,
G's owning.
G is absolutely. G Viper certainly going over the history of what he likes to play. Definitely one of his most played heroes, I want to say.
Yeah,
the G Viper.
Mind Control is actually pretty scared to bring himself clarities and stuff, so he's been low on mana, so he can't actually spam the demonic conversion to keep the denies and the wave back. So G is able to take severe advantage of that and pull way ahead in the net worth, and that's because of like Slayer just having that bounty hunter. You're scared of your courier getting sniped. You need like all this. You need this high amount of mana regen in order to be able to spam your Eidolons.
On bottom lane, it's just GH making sure that Afterlife can't get close to the wave, but he still found quite a bit from that off lane. The Afterlife clockwork is not being zoned out at all, really. By that Zeus top lane again. It's a bit of harassment there with the telekinesis, but they know that they can't really commit for a kill onto Miracle now. With the healing ward, 2 points in the Blade Fury. Very hard for these two to really do anything about the Jug. I mean, I guess that is the thing about the Juggernaut. He does have the kit to be a rather reliable solo offlaner. He's got the escape, he's got the heal.
You know, there's a time when people were running like the Chinese teams, they were running the offlane lifestealer some of the times because they have like the rage and you can just bolt and get out of those type of situations. So yeah, it's a similar kind of approach. They wanted to give him. They wanted to get these like better kind of matchups, but now, Kuroki.
Yeah, may have stepped a little too far. Does still have the Burrow Strike. That may just be enough to get himself out of there. In fact, he may want to turn. Mind Control and GH moving in, looking towards G. Kuroki, he'll go for the easier one. Finds the Burrow Strike connection onto Silent. And Silent will fall here as Liquid make the play. Can Vega get anything in return, though? They look towards GH. G manning up. The Midnight Pulse is down. G will find the kill. The question is if Liquid can find themselves a second to equal this. G turning up, manning up onto Kuroki, but he'll lose his life. Kuro will fall as well. So it's a double kill for double kill as both mid laners pick up a bit of action.
Cool teamwork there. Mind Control actually gave it gave the Mango to Sand King to have the mana for that stun for them to get that secondary kill. So it slows down his Soul Ring a little bit, but getting the 2 kills, he gets a Soul Ring anyway right now.
So then if they can get Mind Control out of this, Silent closing the gap here with the Telekinesis, and they'll find it. Mind Control down, Slayer. He's going to be punished for that. Kuro, with the TP just in time, gets himself involved in a return kill.
Best feeling as support, you TP into something like that. TP just
Solo
3 frag,
XP.
3 levels, yeah, everything.
Very nice. But 4 for 4, it's, yeah, both teams pretty much mirroring each other in terms of the movements that are being made.
Yeah, and, you know, we look at the last hits and everything, it's like Viper is 34, well, Enigma's 16, so it's like, wow, you know, you're probably super far ahead of him. You know, 600 gold, pretty decently far ahead, but the levels are identical pretty much because of denying those range creeps over and over again. Even though Mind Control got kind of forced out of the lane and wasn't able to use Courier in the best way, it's still pretty okay for the Enigma. Matu now level 5 bottom, got that entangle on the bear. He can sustain pretty easily versus the Clockwork as long as Clockwork can't do this and kill the bear bottom. He's actually able to isolate it and he brings it down with Battery Assault.
Plus 300 for Afterlife.
Damn.
He loves it.
And Matu doesn't even have the mana for a resummon.
At top, Kuro actually dusts up Slayer here. He's got eyes on the bounty. Silent's going to come across and help out. Yeah, they've got Mind Control here. Slayer, just a bit more time and the dust is going to wear out. He's actually going to get himself out of this one. So Kuro won't find the kill. The neutral's actually beating into Groki a bit as well. Has to be careful.
He goes for the scan play. Scans on top of the shrine. Not successful, but now it is. He walks in. Groki goes for the blind stun. That was very close.
It was a cool attempt.
Yeah, nice try.
And they'll shrine up. And Silent and Slayer unable to really do anything in terms of getting a kill.
They know he's still in the area. Kuroki saw the Shadow Walk animation come out. He's still looking around, but now it's, yeah, Seoma walks away.
Didn't have any further detection out on him as well. Dust still back in the stash.
Yep. Oh, and they actually put a sentry down as Seoma was walking away, and they already had obs on the hill, and Kuroki warded, so now they know that there's a ward on that high ground there for the side of Vega, knowing Liquid has that one there.
I guess that's great. They don't get the kill, but as you say, just getting map control over that area.
Yep. Matu almost finishing up the Midas. 300 gold away or so, 400 even.
Both safe laners pretty much neck and neck in terms of farm.
Look how well Miracle's doing, though, in that offlane. Because the rotations from the supports, they have to be moving around, so it leaves the Jug in a 1v1 versus Sven. And Miracle's able to do just fine in that matchup. Get himself up to 4th on the net worth. Rotations coming in, the smoke from Vega.
Oh, Miracle, does he have a chance to get himself out of here with the Blade Fury? Burrow Strike comes through, and Miracle, gives him time here to put the stick charge in the Blade Fury, put the chase down with the movement speed for the War Cry is enough for Vega to find themselves one, maybe even a second here. They move towards Kuroki. Kuroki still with the Burrow Strike to get himself out. Looks like for at the least Silent and Slayer will try and just play around with the Sand King.
Yeah, he should be fine, unless the Viper comes up. Sandstorm up in 10 seconds, no TP on Kuro. They don't want to waste the time chasing the Sand King around. Just Silent. Not anyone else committing. Maybe the Clockwork might rotate in, but top lane, Miracle getting the turnaround now onto Aloha. Doesn't have the ulti just yet. He's like 1 experience short.
Oh, he's not going to make it. Tried for the stun TP.
The clutch haste rune. And Clockwork does make the rotation
Kuro's
for Kuro.
still alive.
Oh, I get it though.
But to be the Kuro's play there, drawing the supports away, allowed them to go in onto the Sven like that. So Kuro says space created and absolutely worth.
Definitely. GH getting the haste rune, able to get that stop on the TP. Yeah. Miracle was only 2 experience short of getting Omni Slash there. So,
but now they got the kill, and he didn't have to use it, so he's got that ready for next time. The Sven comes into lane. Mid lane, GH being dove upon here, tries to turn and burst down Slayer. It's not enough. Midnight Pulse brings Slayer down low. With the Malefice from Mind Control, they do get the return kill.
Nice.
G's out of there.
Very greed mode on Liquid too. Midas on Matu, Midas on Mind Control.
Wait, they're going to kill the bear again?
He gets the Savage Roar off on the Clockwork though, so able to get the distance away from that Battery Assault.
A lot of abuse here onto this bet.
Yeah. They're pretty rich on the clock, 2,800. I don't know if he killed the bear. I want to say he may have actually killed the bear more than once. I wasn't like staring at that lane the entire time, but I know he killed it once, but Matu resummoned a few times.
Okay. Hey, right, could have happened at the same time with the amount of gold he has, you're right.
I mean, he's like almost level 8 too.
Yeah.
That'll be a possibility. Ob's ward coming out top from Vega, but Miracle actually spots that one. It gets pinged out right away, so they know there's a ward.
Oh, and the Eclipse Slayer. They are going to look to try and check down. Nice juke there with the Sandstorm, and they'll catch the bounty, jumping in with the Omni Slash, no messing around. Slayer's taken out. Really nice read of this area of the map from Liquid. We're seeing constantly being aware of the bounty hunter's presence.
Yeah, that was great play there by Kuro. dodging the stun, using the dust right away because he saw the bounty place the ward for a second, and they know there's a ward there too.
Trying to punish Afterlife there, but not quite able to get the ground. He goes back in onto GH and he gets the kill. May pay with his life here if he gets rooted up. We'll see if Matuma can chase this down. Battery Assault's going to be enough to keep the bear at bay though. And a bit of a nice man at play there from Afterlife, secures himself a solo kill.
That was great. Yeah, gets himself the urn charge too. Very nicely done. How's Sayoma doing on levels? Level 5, almost 6. Rubik, same situation. Pretty decent, get that track online. And Mask of Madness now finished up for Sven. I don't believe I saw them stacking too much. They do have one ancient stack at least for that Sven to boost him forward, but not a whole lot. Okay, they have a triple hard camp that he's farming right now, but GH is gonna sap that juicy experience right here. Oh, he's so happy right now. And they're actually gonna take the whole thing.
Yeah, Miracle comes in, and he's gonna try and he gets at least 3 of the big creeps out of it. In fact, Lower Dance is in trouble with the chase down from the Blade Fury. Liquid get not only the majority of the large creeps, but a kill as well. Afterlife rotating in, but the hookshot's still on cooldown for 10 seconds, and Liquid, they're going to get away with this one scot-free by the looks of it, unless Afterlife can get some big plays out with the cog blocks. He's looking to try and surround Miracle, but he himself in trouble. Now with the Blade Fury turnaround, Liquid, they're just being given even more here. Miracle blocking up Afterlife. Afterlife isn't going to get away. The lightning flies through from GH. They find themselves a second. They're not even done yet. Kuro pops the stick charges, comes in with the burrow strike, and Liquid get a third. Everything getting handed there to them, a Miracle on a plate on that top lane.
Oh, this is the dream too. They have a Sand King Zeus support, and look at how leveled these guys. Level 7 Zeus, level 6 Sand King with the Tome coming out. They haven't used it yet, so he's gonna be 7 too. In comparison to the level 6 and level 5 Rubik and Bounty Hunter.
That top lane just fell apart in a matter of seconds there.
Absolutely. It's like right after the Sven got at Mask of Madness, they all 3 die because the Mango usage for Miracle and the rotations coming up from GH and Kuro. These 2 supports. Thumbs up.
So what are we going to see from the this mid Enigma? He's got the Midas. Is it going to be Midas into Blink? Does he do
That's the build that we've been seeing, right?
Yep.
We usually see, like, especially when it's offlane, they rush. They start with boots, and they go for the arcane boots into Midas into Blink. But yeah, Soul Ring, Blink, Midas, a possibility. Afterlife, trying to isolate Kuroki, but the Sandstorms, now they're trying to turn onto Afterlife here.
It could be he's definitely in trouble. Oh, he hookshot's out, but the Thunder God's Wrath chases him, of course, globally. Afterlife falling low, no, the Urn Charge keeps him alive. Matuma Man held back by the Viper Strike, backs away. They will get Slayer on the sidelines. They get the Bounty Hunter, but Afterlife, neat little hookshot play there to keep himself safe and get away. But still, Liquid.
That was nice.
Getting the kills, getting the trades. Mid lane tower just get taken down. Some more money into the pocket of G.
And they're going to be able to get bottom down with Aloha.
Okay.
So good split resources by Vega. I mean, this is what they have to do. Hopefully they saw the double Midas and they're like, all right, we need to somehow punish this a bit. And yeah, my control queues up the Blink Dagger on the Enigma. So punish the Midas a little bit. With that Viper, who's quite massive with that Dragon Lance treads. 1800 HP, pretty hard to bring down, but I think they're going to try right now.
With
the
2
Zeus.
of them, I think they can. Yeah, especially with Matuma Man as well. If they get a wrap round, they've got to be careful of TP reactions.
Yeah, he's really tanky, but...
Oh, not if they take the tower first. And in fact, yeah, G just TP's out of there straight away. Knows that if the tower's gone, he does not want to stick around there on his own.
Yeah, everyone's
and he leaves that area of the map.
First time in a while I'm seeing, like a 5 Sand King. Kuroki's playing it as a 5 for now. GH getting the Arcane Boots. Maybe now this is where they change it. They maybe just wanted Zeus to have Arcanes and Soul Ring, because it's super crucial to have those.
Slayer coming in.
GH dropped his Arcane Boots.
Yeah.
Soul Ring there. Now he's going to actually pay with his life, though, anyway.
GH surrounded here by the cogs, and they'll get themselves the kill. Vega, can they get anything more out of this, though? That's the question. Track starts to get flown out.
That was a 3-man track, yeah. So 700 gold swing.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Aloha just keeps himself bottom. Kuroki's positioned in the trees, but he's tracked.
And he do grab Miracle up on the top lane, trying to Blade Fury his way out of this one, but with physical flying through from the Viper, Miracle is going to be taken down. G granted the kill. Good hold there on the top lane as Vega punish Miracle's positioning. We do, of course, have that Blink Dagger, though, on Mind Control. So all eyes on him to see what sort of plays he can pull out with the Enigma. Matuma Man, 2.7k gold towards the Relic.
Doing quite well. They should feel pretty happy with everything that's been going on. Giving up a few, like one kill on that kill they just give up a Miracle. Maybe not what they wanted to have happen, but still being able to distribute the wealth all over the place. And they're playing with the Loten Druid safe lane, going Radiance and a Midas mid Enigma. I think they should be pretty happy with like the 11 kills, the successful rotations from their Sanking Zeus supports.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
G top lane trying to bully the tower here, but he's going to get jumped on immediately here by a full Blade Fury and Omni Slash, and Liquid get the kill. Viper's down.
He was very alone.
Yeah.
Liquid just commits.
I mean, he did have
3
Slayer
heroes.
and Neighbor, but not really a lot that Bounty Hunter can do to stop that sort of jumping from Liquid.
I mean, they're playing really far up, and they don't have a tower up there, and they're playing versus Zeus. So Zeus pops ult, they see everyone on the map, and they're like, okay.
Let's go. Afterlife.
He's got stun stolen on Silent as well. He's got the Sanking stun.
And they do have the hook shot, so good setup. I see the God Strength being popped here. I used to farm the Ancients. Yep. Keep that efficiency going. Echo Saber's out as well for Aloha.
So they did block the Ancient at one point from the side of Liquid too, so it's boarded up.
So they may have attempted further,
yeah,
further stacks.
They watched him just pop God Strength too, so they probably know God Strength is on cooldown, and they know where Sven is located too because of those wards that they have. Kuroki now starting to play more like the 4 in now this position, so that's exactly what they're doing. Get the Arcane Boots, get the Soul Ring for the Zeus, and then Kuroki can start doing that split push rather than being that like hardcore roamer that he has been playing as. VEGA with the smoke, looking to try to get this very big kill with this ward.
Time. 50 gold away from Relic. If they can kill Matumba, he's going to be pretty damn mad. The 3 of them surround him. Actually gets out the cogs. Matumba, he's going to get away with this by the looks of it. Oh, the hookshot's going to miss. Oh, they needed that to connect so badly. And now the turnaround. Mind Control jumps in, gets the 2 of them in the black hole. Matumba, man, he's still being chased down by Silent. Silent really wants this kill. Can he get it? No, he can't. The turnaround's there. Liquid take a 3rd.
He didn't get pushed out of the cogs, right? He got lifted. I think Rubik lifted him, threw him out. That's what it looked like. It looked like Silent actually.
We don't want to point any fingers, Fog, but I think you're right.
It looks like
something fishy happened there.
Because Afterlife was pinging too. He's like, we had him in the cogs. Maybe what went wrong? Something. Yeah, just a slight mistake, but that's a big turnaround.
They needed that kill. We're going to see it again here, Fog. What goes on?
So he gets the Burrow Strike. They get the cogs inside, but he's lifted, and then he gets thrown.
Yeah, he lifts him out the cogs.
I think he lifted, and he initially decided to put him somewhere, and then he got Savage Roared, and he couldn't change where the target of the drop was because he was Savage Roared. That must have been what happened, because that's a mistake that we wouldn't have. Like, I don't think we'd see something.
Well, but when you cast it, you can't
cast
change
it when you can change.
You can't cast and then uncast.
You can like lift and you can choose where to throw, and then you can change where you're throwing.
Oh, you can cancel.
But not if you're Savage Roared. He was disabled right after. So
that was it.
That had to have been what happened there. So definitely give the benefit.
That was. I mean, if they got that kill and knocked back that would have been perfect. But the fact that they didn't, Liquid get 3 of them, that is Liquid really getting some massive heat under their feet now. Good momentum, Miracle. Top lane, free farm for him. He's working towards the Manta style in good time. Yeah, they crumbled there, VEGA.
Yeah, that's like the Radiance is going to be finished up. They get the 3 kills. Like, that's so much space that Liquid actually just got from that one.
And they will get themselves a free pick-off onto GH here, as G and Afterlife slide and take the kill.
Look at that. Look how much gold we get for that kill on GH. 416.
Not bad for support Zeus.
It's pretty sweet. And a lot of experience swing, too. Liquid feeling pretty damn good in this game so far, though.
Aloha Dancer's got the blink, so definitely we can see the Sven's farm start to get into some pretty ridiculous places with that maneuverability, and as we're seeing, great stuff that you can offer to the fight. There's the jump in straight away onto the Sand King with a follow-through hook shot. They have the lockdown.
So now they're gonna maybe they may think there's a ward there for a second. Kuroki was pinging it, but it's also they're playing versus a bounty hunter, so get those wraparounds. Bottom tower brought down. Top tier 2 as well. Trades coming out.
So if they can do anything about it, they will stop the tier 2 from going down. A couple of tracks on them, as we saw in the split cam, they did, get that bottom tier 2 themselves. Aloha Dance gets the gold. And holding on to that top, they were looking to try and chase down Matumba, but a very hard chase to commit to, especially with that Radiance complete.
Yeah, he's got such a good timing. All 3 of the cores on Liquid are farming super well. 8,000 plus net worth for them, while the Clockwork, as the Clockwork shouldn't really be like dominating the net worth. His net worth's not even bad for a Clock, but yeah, he's only at like 5.2k in comparison to those other cores. He's been having a pretty successful game though on the Clock.
He really has. Yeah. Apart from that one whiffed hook shot, where he could have got that Radiance kill.
Yeah.
It's been pretty nice from Afterlife. I mean, again, both 15 to 12. Liquid's certainly the team with the lead, but we've seen how well VEGA can play, and they can pull off some big plays.
It gets harder and harder though, right?
It really does.
Versus Lone Druid, who went Midas into Radiance, and they're playing versus Enigma when they have like pretty little team fight. It's pretty much Rubik has to get good spell steals to have a better team fight, and Enigma's gonna have BKB soon, and then it's pretty much it has to be either Clockwork Hookshot from the backside to stop the Enigma Black Hole or a Stolen Black Hole.
It's going to be very, very hard indeed for them to play into. I mean, for the moment, you know, no. So G's keeping up good on farm on the Viper.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, he hasn't been dying much. It's only 2 deaths, and they've been moving around like as a unit. That's the thing is Viper. When you're getting split pushed a lot, you start like this is when it starts being hard to play Viper because you're so immobile. You have to respond, and that's when you guys start getting picked off. But Vega's been, for the most part, moving around as like 3 or 4.
And you can never write off the track kills. You can get a few of those in these fights.
Couple track kills, big Sven stun into like some massive cleaves with the Echo Saber. But definitely looking like Liquid is having a good time right now, and in the next bit they should, especially because the Enigma's BKB is going to be done, so next few minutes should be in their advantage for quite a bit, actually.
How's Kuro's Blink looking?
He was very close last I checked, but he's still about 500. There's nowhere really for him to farm, though. All the lanes are being shoved so hard from Radiant's Bear and from Eidolons and all these like invisible pushers, you call, and the illusions, like the Manta illusions from Jug.
Let's see what Vega's next players to make. Slayer continually trying to get that vision that they need so they don't get caught out by the wombo combo that Liquid have to offer. Keeping tabs on Kuro's movements. Bottom lane, same time, but a split push coming in as Aloha Dance again shoves the lane round.
Sayoma's giving up a lot of information on the map. He's always running around and getting deep wards down and seeing exactly where Liquid's positioned himself. But Liquid seems pretty content with this. They're not really looking to make those big aggressive plays. See, they're playing pretty defensive, looking to see when Vega oversteps their bounds and then try to get the pickoffs. Like here, Slayer.
Yeah, nice use of the Thunder God's Wrath as well from GH.
Yeah.
You know, not necessarily anything happening, but knowing it's very likely that that bounty is in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Popping the ult, getting the job done. Getting Kuro that little bit closer to that blink.
Yeah, I mean, the big three farmers. This is when it starts to feel pretty bad to play the Viper. You know, it's like we're not fighting. I'm a Viper. I wanna be battling, but we can't really battle. And now he's starting to get run down by Matu's Radiance Bear. Matu built the medallion, so he's gonna be going for that Solar Crest on the Bear. G's able to TP. Let's get seen for a second. Savage Roy just off timing.
At top lane, Liquid starting to bring things together.
Almost the Blink Dagger on Kuro. The dream is almost there.
Still, amongst it all, Aloha Dance top of that net worth, and he's pretty much got that BKB done on Sven.
That was scary for a second. GH dropped his Arcane Boots to Soul Ring, and they got stuck in the trees. He was like, oh god. He was like panicking back and forth for a moment.
Could kick off on this top lane. Both teams heading up. Vega ready to respond. Aloha Dance going in on the Bear, bringing him down low. Miracle moving forward. Actually gets the courier. But that had his BKB on.
He got it, though. He got it.
Oh, okay, sorry, it's the Ogre Club. It must have been G's Ogre Club. Now the response, they look towards Kuroki, have the track out. Kuroki will get dropped. They'll get themselves the first track kill.
Gets the blink before he dies. Well, buys it, at least.
Can they get anything more out of this, though? That's the question. Silent looking to close the gap. Aloha Dance coming in onto the Bear. Mind Control comes in, though, with the two-man black hole. And in fact, Afterlife jumps into it. They've lost the Sven. Afterlife surrounded as well as he gets nuked down by GH. The rest of Liquid looking to chase him down. Blink 4 from Mind Control. The Hood's going to buy Afterlife some time here. He's going to look to TP out, and he may just make it. In fact, he does. Afterlife gets away.
No mana on GH to go for that blind lightning bolt. Silent actually stole the black hole there, but wasn't actually able to use it. The cogs kind of like pushed him away, and he was very low on health anyway. His teammates were all kind of dying. They tried to go for the jump kill because they saw the Bear was resummoned, so they wanted to take it out before the fight happened, but Mind Control just with perfect BKB and black hole usage.
As we saw there, you know, the Sven had his BKB and his God Strength, but the Enigma, such a hard counter to it. Nothing that Aloha Dance could do after he got jumped upon. And yeah, Liquid taking the fight, taking a tier 2.
Yeah, now Miracle has a full defusal plus 1,000 gold. Looking very strong.
Very hard, as we're seeing, for them to. They've got to catch out the Enigma at the start of the fight. They just can't fight when that black hole's available.
So hard because they're only like I mean, they have Clockwork for the initiations, but their follow-up, it has to be like Sven comes through, but then Viper being that immobile kind of hero, he has to like run into the fight, and then it's like they don't really have all that damage. They need the Sven to like be able to two-shot people inside that instant disable from the clock, but
yeah,
it's just too tough versus all the resources that Liquid has to work with right now, especially with like the 4-step on Zeus. Oh, as speaking of the 4-step, he just 4-steps and dodges a Clockwork hook shot top.
Down bottom, mind control. Trying to close the gap onto Aloha Dance. Has the Malefist turn around here with the Stormhammer and the Godstrike with the BKB. He's going to try to fight from Mind Control. A couple hits there from the Echo Saber. Mind Control's gone. Kuroki jumps in. Crook with the Blink out. Keeping himself alive. Manning up onto the bear here. Matuma Man's going to lose his bear. That's going to be the bear down once. Goes for the resummon. Now, with the BKB wearing off, Aloha Dance has to be careful. There's the first diffusal charge. Keeping him slowed down. He just actually turns. Miracle tries to play for it. Woo, has to be careful there. Nearly gets taken down. But it will be the Sven to fall. Silent with the stolen Blade Fury. Trying to make his way out of here, but Liquid continue to chase him down. They should get this. He's got the heal here from the Shrine, but the sentry's down. They'll find the Rubik as well, as Liquid claim themselves 3.
You still see the power, though. Was Sven 18 yet? Yeah, Sven was 18, so that's the max level God Strength, how much it does.
Does a ridiculous amount of damage.
That 160% and the bonus 36 strength is nothing to trifle with, that's for sure.
They've got to be careful how close they get. I mean, we saw, you know, Miracle, Blade Fury's in, and it's like, ooh, has to keep his distance from that Sven.
Yeah. Kills the bear very quickly. That's why you see Matu. He built that Solar Crest for that early evasion and extra armor versus Sven, because Sven doesn't really build MKB ever.
Oh, Slayer coming in a little bit too deep here as Liquid just turn and punish him. He was poking and prodding around Kuroki. But that close to a Shrine. Very easy return play for Liquid. Shadow Blade complete on Miracle. And I mean, the farm's still there for G, but you know, it's just S and Y on Hurricane, but it's not really a build that... It doesn't feel like it's that scary. It's a tanky build. But it's an annoying build, but it's not the items that's going to be able to do too much about this Jug Lone Druid that's getting out of hand.
And it's the pure damage from Midnight Pulse, like the Zeus always doing a lot of damage with Static Field based on your percent HP. Just a lot of resources Liquid have to work with versus this Viper.
All right, looking to contest the Roche, get Liquid out of there. They're moving on to Matuma Man with the Vibe Strike, but he's forced away. Will live now. The play for Kuroki comes in with a 2-man Burrow Strike Epi. That'll be Rubik down. Aloha Dance pots the BKB in the God Strength. Looking towards Miracle, but Mind Control again with the Black Hole. But this time Afterlife comes in with the hook shot, cancels it. The damage coming through. But again, the stun, is it enough to turn it around for Liquid? It's not. They've lost 3. Great play from Afterlife there. As you mentioned earlier, one of the ways they can stop that Black Hole coming into play there. Getting that angle with the hook shot. And securing things there for the side. As Liquid are sent right back.
They get the Sven, but they do lose. It was at heavy costs. Matu lives, so that's the one very big thing for Liquid.
Oh, look at this again. It's the way that this all started. Poking and prodding. Trying to get something kicked off. And I mean, it was a great attempt from Kuroki coming in with that 2-man Burrow Strike and Epi. We'll have to go back to the live action now. As Liquid... They've got the bear in there. Matuma Man trying to slow this down, and it is working for the time being.
Field.
Can they kill the bear, though? They'll look towards him, jump back in, Silent with the stolen Burrow Strike, and they will find the bear once. He's got the resummon, though, and Matuma Man is doing it. Him and GH holding onto the Roshan and making sure that Vega don't get away with it, despite taking down 3.
GH just literally spamming only Arc Lightning there with the bear there, so he can get maximum static field damage, not even trying to throw lightning bolts at all.
And they're going to get Afterlife as well by the looks of it. Unless he can get up with the cog play, he can't. Kuroki blinks forward, takes the kill. Vega have to be careful around this pit. Liquid themselves walk straight back in. Oh, here comes him out on the percent though. In he goes with the cleave, takes the kills. With the Aegis. Oh, he stole the Aegis as well. Oh, and they got the kill on Roche. They get the Aegis. Oh, man.
And he got Matu.
I mean, Aloha Dance, he loves to man up and go ham, and he absolutely just did then. Securing the Roche, securing the Aegis, getting kills off the back of it. Whew.
That looked pretty scary for quite a moment, but okay. As soon as G gets that S and Y and they get those type of fights going on, now look at his net worth. He pulls all the way up. Again.
I mean, Aloha does. There's no reason to hold by that.
That was a beautiful burrow strike.
The opening from Silent there does go down, but gets the vision, gets the setup. and allows Aloha to just waltz in and right-click through the entirety of Liquid. Now with the move through onto mid lane. 3 down on Liquid. They don't have buybacks. They will be back shortly. We'll see how much damage they can get done. Fortification comes out, and in fact, ooh, he's falling low. He's going to lose the Aegis pretty early on, isn't he, by the looks of it? No, the urn! Oh, from Afterlife, keeping Aloha Dance alive. We'll save the Aegis for another day.
Afterlife, the saving grace.
Thunder God's Wrath popped as well. They're trying to bring him down, but even that's not enough.
I love the itemization by the clock, too. Getting that urn early, of course, is great. Going for drum and then finishing up that pipe. I mean, pipe is absolutely needed for Zeus.
And this game is, that last bit of action around the Roche Pit has pretty much evened the situation between the two sides.
Yeah, it has.
And if anything, you know, with how big this Sven is, as we're seeing, even though, like, Miracle had a great time up top, this Jug just gets absolutely destroyed. As soon as he pops Blade Fury, he's in such a vulnerable position because Aloha Dance just mans up and just easily out DPSs the Jug.
Yeah, gets melted. Absolutely melted. When he's going for the Silver Edge build, so at least he's going to be able to reduce that damage once you're able to hit the Sven with it, and you even go into the backlines, maybe kill those. Like, if they can actually get into the backlines and maybe like kill the Clockwork, and then the Enigma can get the Black Hole on the Sven, that's ideal. Because Rubik, you know, he can steal it. Okay, I was going to say, if he doesn't have Blink, he can't really get in a good position to use it after steal, but he actually has the Blink
only just
now.
got it, I think.
Yeah, right after all those track kills that he got, so.
Ooh, here we go, Vega. With the smoke play, indication on the map to wrap around towards the top lane. We'll see if that is going to be the call here. They actually look set on moving in on the middle. They want to jump in. They want to go. Lower down straight up to the high ground. Takes the tier 3. Reaction comes through from Liquid as the mass TP's back come out.
That is a hard thing to push into. Midnight Pulse plus Zeus.
They're straight out.
Not happening.
Okay, the deny this bottom tier 2. Slayer on the hunt. We'll find the bear. Oh, the bear is able to blink back to his owner just in time. Couldn't quite get the touch on it.
Nice deep aggressive wards coming out from Vega. They have vision inside the Liquid base. Liquid put a sentry down, but it's not in the right spot. So they're going to be seeing all the movements coming out of there, and they're going to be able to play accordingly.
A miracle. Maybe seeing if he can get this courier here. I think he has eyes on it.
Looks like he wants it.
Now, what's on the courier at the moment? Anything tasty?
Oh.
Nothing at the moment, but a courier kill's a courier kill. Nah, I can't quite get it. And does have to be a little careful. He's kind of caught on the wrong side of the map here. You know, Vega all over by the shrine. We'll see where Miracle decides to head to.
He's going to cut the wave and then...
Yeah, he's got the... I guess he has got TP. Yeah, and the Manta.
Yep.
26 to 20.
Geez,
Viper. I mean, look,
yeah,
the fact that this Viper is farming this well. I mean, we said at the start, you know, G on the Viper, it is kind of his hero.
Yeah, it is.
18k net worth.
It started to like,
yeah,
it slowed down for a second, that like low period, but then they had that big happening around the Roche Pit. He got like 4 levels or more than that after like all those pickups. And he actually also went for the poison attack affects buildings.
Okay.
I always see people take the range. I've always been curious about the poison attack with buildings. It's kind of cool.
I like it. Nice Viper play. Very flash indeed. Mid lane, a low on Ants, trade in, looks to force something. Pots the BKB and the God Strength goes straight towards the racks, and that's going to be the melee done. Can they punish it? That's the question. Liquid looking to catch him on the way back out. Jump forward with the Malefice. Turns around with the Stormhammer onto Matuma Man. Thunder God's Wrath coming out as well. But with the mech popped, a low hard dance, he looks like he's going to live. He's trying to run himself away from the bear, who is chasing him down with the Radiance.
He's burning.
And he should burn down the ones. Has still got the Aegis, trying to run himself away. Won't make it. Can they kill him a second time though, Liquid? Miracle on top of him with the Blade Fury. A lower dance, trying to turn, but gets rooted up straight away. Kuroki trying to close the gap in with the Epicenter, and they'll do it. They'll bring down a lower dance a second time.
And they didn't have to use the Enigma hole, so it's pretty good that they were able to save that one. The Aegis was about to be reclaimed as well, but it's still good that they get those kills.
Now with the jump forward from Kuro, he's looking to set up for more. Gets the Sun onto Afterlife, but a quick turnaround and with the track. That's going to be Kuro feeding his life away, and that's track kill done as well. Miracle moving in onto Silent, but the cogs are there, holding him back. Mind Control jumps up, there's the high ground, gets the black hole off, catches the 2 of them. That'll be the Rubik down. Can they get the clock as well? No, he's going to be back in range of the shrine. He will survive. Roots there onto G. Liquid backing over towards the tier 2 now. 2 down on Vega Squadron. And that was the committal of the black hole, so Liquid may start to slow things back down.
Yeah.
So Liquid gets some kills. They do get the tier 2, but at the end of the day, you know, I feel like Vega may have expected to kind of take that loss because they went fully in to get the racks, and they did get it. They got the melee racks.
Yeah, losing the Sven, they probably thought that the Sven was going to be able to get out because he had Aegis. But now My Control wanted to be able to use the Black Hole. Now he's got Octarine finished up, so the duration or the cooldown's up down to 102, as well as his BKB is down to 35 seconds as well, so he'll always be able to use those freely. At least G was able to escape. You know, for being such an immobile Viper, he's never getting caught on any of these retreats that they actually have to do. Pretty damn substantial.
Top lane, GH pushing in. Thunder God's Wrath, scouts out Silent. Slayer and Afterlife in the neighborhood as well. Miracle with that Silver Edge. He's ready to go, and he is going to look towards Afterlife. Afterlife is chasing down GH. Miracle, does he want to try and go on this? Now he realizes there's more behind him on Vega. It's a bit of a risky attempt. He's going to look to try and at least bring down the clockwork, but he's held up by the telekinesis, dragged out of the cogs. And Miracle can't get the kill. Doesn't commit the Blade Fury though. And the Omni Slash still holds onto it. Meanwhile, down bottom, it's going from Sven. Looking with the God Strength to bring down the bear. Savage Roar is there, keeping the bear alive, but G jumps up to the high ground as he shoves up with the Hurricane Pike and does manage to bring the bear down. And they're looking for more. Afterlife, hook shot, straining onto GH. Really giving us quite a showing. Miracle is going to look to try and go in onto the Sven with the Omni Slash as well as the Fusel Charge. It's not quite enough. Cogs come out. There's the jump forward from Mind Control looking for the Black Hole, and he gets it onto both of the targets there. They'll bring down the Sven. G with the BKB still left to roll over. There's the stolen Black Hole attempt, but the Malefice is there, immediately cancelling it from Silent. And
G.
Liquid aren't done. They're looking towards G. Slides down to low ground. Slayer trying to hold them back with the Shuriken bounces. The dust comes through. Afterlife there on the high ground. Can he save G? G continues to move away. Liquid there chasing him down. He is a tanky Viper, and he's going to have a Hurricane Pipe back up again in a couple of seconds. Malefice is there. There's the Burrow Strike lockdown as well. They surround him. They take him as well. Liquid get both of the cores.
Ooh. The stolen Black Hole. He gets into a great position to use it, but Kuroki actually instantly stunned him as he blinked in to try to use it. So good play there by Kuro.
GH actually going to look to try and find some action here with Slayer. Slayer goes for the quick TP out, and that's the right play to make. Nothing else to cancel it. As Shaman the Slayer survives. Can they force out any buyback? So that's the question. 30 seconds no Sven, full minute without G. Afterlife
trying.
He's going to try and do his best to make sure that his cores don't have to expend them. They've trapped the bear. There's the jump in though for Kuroki coming in with the epicenter, looking towards Afterlife. Afterlife falling low. Matuma Man tried to move in, but again, the cog play causing issues for Liquid. They can't commit onto this. There's the telekinesis grab back. Silent falling low, but he gets back to the shrine, will survive. And the three of them on Vega doing a great job at keeping Liquid away from pushing in.
Oh, the hook shot off the mark. Sven is respawning right now. He's going to TP to the shrine, try to go for some type of chase. They've got the track on Matu as well.
He's going to look for the cutoff here, and he finds it. Jumps straight in, a couple of hits to Matu, brings him down. A beautiful hold there from Vega Squadron as Liquid gets sent all the way back to their base.
Sven gets 827 gold for that and 2,600 experience for the kill on the Lone Druid. Level 25 approaching rapidly for the Sven.
And Roshan is going to be the slightly longer respawn. Definitely something that Vega, or both sides really, have very good speed at taking down.
Yeah. Both teams have been doing a really good job of like splitting the kind of the way the fight is. Not that the fights are like in completely different areas, but using either like the Midnight Post to kind of split where the people want to take the engagement, or the cogs. The cog usage by Afterlife has been fantastic. Miracle on the prowl.
With the Silver Edge.
They have Sentry Ward there, so they did catch vision of him for a moment. Throw the track out.
And the question is as well, what do... Ooh, no lower dance. Maybe see if we could get a latch onto Kuro, but Kuro quit with the blink out.
I feel like we haven't seen Liquid smoke too often, I don't believe. I think we've only seen...
No, maybe. Vega,
right?
Really. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many. I think I saw Vega do at least 2 or 3, but I don't think I've seen... Okay. I click on Kuro and he has 3 smokes. All right. Makes a bit of sense. And they're going to use one right away. Trying to contest this Roche. Which
I've got that black hole backup. They have pretty much all the big ults. Just Undergod's Wrath that they don't have.
It actually ended up being like one of those very long respawns. I looked at the wrong part of the timer. I thought it had already ticked out, and now it's gonna be respawning like right now, pretty much. Yeah. So Sven, level 25, takes the evasion at 20, and the damage is at 25.
What is the next item for mind control on this Enigma as the game goes?
Probably refresher. Yeah.
Okay, just get the refresher off the Octree. Okay. I mean, we have seen when he lands those black holes, they do get the kills.
Yeah.
Very hard, as we've seen for Vega to stop. Hookshot is definitely an opportunity. In fact, mid lane, Alone has gone a bit. Oh, he gets the 2-man Stormhammer, and they're going to just start to melt. There's the black hole coming out, but again, Afterlife with the position to get the hookshot off, cancel it. The stolen black hole comes out and actually catches Miracle, allowing Vega to get the 3rd kill. Beautiful play again from the side. Constantly after, I mean, he knows that that's his role now. He just has to make sure that he can stop that black hole, and he's done it twice in a row.
I mean, he bought a blink dagger on Clockwork
to make sure
that he can get the right angle. And Silent also always able to steal the black hole. That's that's always the fear, picking the Enigma into Rubik. You can always give that away.
I get Roche off the back of it.
Oh my God, Matu! That was a split second from Shuriken stopping his TP, and that would have been a for sure death from later on. GH now being able to TP out as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Miracle with no buyback.
It's looking pretty rough for Liquid.
It indeed is.
They could lose a few more of the racks here as mid lane. Range racks is going to be taken down. GH trying to spam them out of the base. But Vega, they're definitely going to want to stick around for more. They move up towards the top lane. They've taken down the tier 2. In fact, they jump in for the kill, immediately blinking forward on lower darts, taking down GH on the Zeus, who will buy back, but he has to be careful about how close he gets. There's a good amount of jump potential from Vega. And they are claiming themselves a full set of second racks. Can they move down to the bottom?
They're going for the megas.
I mean, Liquid are going to have the full 5-man back up. No black hole still for a bit of time.
They smoked up. They're ready. Black hole open. 10 seconds.
10 seconds to black hole. Okay.
This is a new bear, so they can't let this bear die either.
Miracle is going to look to open up onto the Viper, trying to force them back. Savage Roar as well, forcing them away for the time being. Croaky comes with the bow strike. There's mind control with the 2-man black hole. But again, Afterlife with these hookshot plays, allowing everyone else to get a bit of a punch in return. But Kuro is there with the Epi. They have brought down the Sven. They brought down G once. Can they do it again? G has the BKB, pops it, trying to turn a man fight up, but the healing ward's out. Liquid are surrounding him, but he Hurricane Pikes his way out of them. They'll lose the Rubik on the sidelines. Vega are now on the retreat. Slayer spotted out by the dust. Diffusal Blade charge there as well to slow him down, securing a 3rd. Liquid do hold. They will keep those bottom set of racks alive.
Getting the good black holes. Yeah, Afterlife every single time. With that Blink Dagger purchase, he's always able to get the right angle on the hook shot for that to stop it. And just how durable the Sven and the Viper are inside of these, inside the black holes and stuff too. They end up like surviving most of the time through the entire thing, and then they get like 1 or 2 hits off. I mean, Viper gets more than that, but the Sven lives for the majority of it.
Now this is Matsuma Man. He's going for the Aghanims on Lone Druid.
Mm-hmm. Needs to be able to do something when he's either when he's dead, or he needs to be able to split push the lanes out even harder to make sure that they can't get to their base anymore, because losing 2 sets of racks and the other one's exposed as well, there's no tower. They pretty much like can't let Vega hit their base. They do have Glyph though, so that's the one thing. So they do have a little bit of leeway.
What do you think about this as well? Miracle going for the late game Battle Fury on the jug.
Is he actually though? I mean, he has it queued up. It makes sense just because he has Black Hole, so he can get the cleave damage through it. But
I mean,
it's weird.
He may as well. He might also just getting the Lincolns, and he's just queued up something with a Perseverance, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he gets the Battle Fury. I mean, I like it. I'm down for some Miracle Battle Fury jug.
I think of like what other items would help him better, like maybe Butterfly, but he's far away from that, so he's trying to get small pieces for another item.
He knows he's going to have to push back these stronger creeps.
And also to and push out the waves. They're maybe expecting to be having to deal with Megas later. Okay.
This is a big kill if they get it. There's the jump in with the Omni Slash. That's the Sven down.
Yes, okay. Oh my god, I thought I saw him finish the full Bloodthorn. I thought he finished the full Bloodthorn there. I thought he didn't have buyback. I was going to be like, oh my god.
But none, still a massive pick off there for Liquid to just walk in and get. Very, relatively easy.
Yeah, 3,000 experience change. That was a smoke, right? Yeah. I believe so. They've expended now 2 of the smokes that they had previously.
He's almost certainly going to have to buy back.
Matu now has a gem as well, so if they do see the bounty lurking around. So blink in, cogs the bear, isolate it, and it's getting brought down pretty quickly.
It might just die by the looks of it. We'll show it back once. Yeah, that bear getting absolutely brutalized by Vega's front line. Back in again though, Afterlife continuing to try and push them away with the cog play. Yeah, Afterlife's clock way, it really has been doing a lot for the side here. Whether it be, turning around potentially awful team fights for the side of VEGA Squadron, and as we see now, just in terms of holding the base.
The damage from his bear is called El Doge. I just realized you can click on it and see its name. I never knew that before, actually. Never. I've never clicked on Bear and read for its name. Their physical damage now on Liquid, it seems like it's lackluster because of how tanky this Sven and Viper are. Yeah. The evasion, they both have evasion. One has an evasion talent, and the other one has the butterfly. So their damage is pretty much coming out of like Zeus, even though there's a pipe, and also like Midnight Pulse. The right clicks are really reduced. I've actually, so this is a little bit random, but I've talked to G about these type of games before when he's playing Viper, and we had like a long discussion, and he's like, this is like, his hands really start to hurt. Because, he said, like, when he's playing the Queen of Pain and stuff, like, you can always, like, you can just click your E and you can push waves out. But when you're last hitting and stuff on Viper, you have to individually click every single creep, and you have to individually click on your poison attack over and over again. So he's been like, I don't really like playing the hero when it gets that long.
Has this man not heard of attack move? In the jungle, Slayer finding mind control there. This is a good one to jump on. If there's no black hole for the fight, it's going to be a good fight for Vega. Pots the BKB. It's not going to be able to do anything in response to that one.
So yeah, Battle Fury finished. Looking to have to deal with those big creeps, have to deal with that big side lane push. That could also be why you saw the Aghanims queued up for Matu. I mean, they're just preparing for later stages, right?
Cleave damage, Fogged. It's one of those damage types that doesn't give a damn about high armor.
It's not
reduced on
the cleave.
If you can hit the people next to this Sven and the Viper, the cleave damage, it goes straight through them.
If Owen ever sees a Battle Fury built on like anyone, he's like, it's good.
Definitely. I'm glad he went for it rather than something like the Maelstromers. I get it, because that's the thing, isn't it? You look at the stronger creeps, like, get a Maelstrom, but then you've got all this magic resistance, you've got this pipe on the side of Vega, Battle Fury. It's brilliant.
I can see that, you can see the idea of what he wants to do with it, for sure. And I don't know if anything else would actually fit what he wants, what he needs, other than that Battle Fury.
I'll jump in from a low R dance again, straight on Thorax, but KuroKy's there with a quick reaction. The Burrow Strike comes in. Lorna's going to be up. Oh my god, goal! Gets the 5-man black hole! They're all dead! Vega, D1! Oh my god! What a play there from Mind Control! One of the best black holes I've seen in a while.
Oh my, he gets all four, then Afterlife tries to hook help his homies, and he gets stuck in it too.
Look at that again. Straight into the middle of the order. As you say, Afterlife tried to come in to get the angle to stop it, but he ends up throwing his own body in as well as he hook shots into his teammates. Just take me with you.
That was, I mean, you couldn't ask for more perfect than that. But this is one of those plays, right? We saw it in the last game too, where it's the no hesitation play. As soon as they hit your high ground, you initiate, and that's what KuroKy did. He just jumped right away without waiting at all. So that's like the perfect way to catch people off guard. They don't really expect you to, you're going to get up there and you're going to start getting your hits off, but if you get that instant jump, it catches people off guard. And Mind Control now, almost refresher. I think Owen may have broken our desk from excitement.
My goodness, they're still in this one, Liquid. They really are with plays like that.
And that was right when he just had the Battle Fury too. So they're all holed up and he's getting the cleave that whole time doing it as well.
It was the Battle Fury that did that, really. The back hole was nice, but it was the Battle Fury that made that play happen. Absolutely. On top lane, Kuro push the lane back in.
Still close though, but they did just get a huge swing. Look at the net worth that's got them out in range.
There's quite a swing on the net worth, Graf.
It's actually, it's all over the swings. It's just a very back and forth game.
It's been a great series, really. Liquid versus Vega. Absolutely fantastic second series of the day. And Liquid with definitely with the lead after that fight.
Yeah. Oh, their chorus got jumped up really far up.
Oh, here we go though, they found Miracle. Straight up with the lead in the telekinesis, the shuriken, they've got the chain stun, Miracle's down.
He did not expend his gold though. I thought he might buy the Basher, but no, he still has buyback. Okay. In case needed. Everything else is ready. He might be forced actually to use it. However, the bottom lane is very forced in. Top lane as well is not in a good position. Maybe Vega's able to just run through that mid lane and use those creeps, but it might be a bit tough. Now God's Strength is still down. Does Matu have Aghanims? He does, so he's going to continue pushing those waves out with the bear.
All right, you got the Blood Thorn now done on Sven. So, I mean, if Lower Dance gets to jump onto anyone, they're pretty dead. as long as he's got that gold strength up.
Silent has to be careful. The bear's chasing him down. There's an Aghanims on it, so he can actually hit him.
This bear's going in. Yeah, he says you pop that shrine, Rubik.
Now he's going for the racks with the bear.
Aghanims Lone Druid, ladies and gentlemen. Working.
He gets the fear off, and he's able to bring it back. The hook shot just a moment late.
All right, Afterlife himself will be looking for that Aghanims. I mean, absolutely, I'm surprised he's not had it sooner, because the hook shots really make or break these fights. Yeah. They have to stop that black hole.
Bloodthorn is going to be nice for Aloha to be able to deal with all that massive evasion on the Lone Druid Bear. But now he doesn't have buyback. I mean, of course, he spent his gold because they don't have buyback for 5 minutes on their big cores. But also 5 minutes left on My Control's buyback too. So all three of those big heroes, the Viper, the Sven, and the Enigma, all about 5 minutes till those buybacks come back. So they all spend their gold, and then with that refresher.
They need that Roshan Vega. They've got to get their hands on it again. There's a slightly later spawn time.
Regeneration.
So now Miracle expends the gold. He buys the Basher up when he respawns. So no buyback on him. He's going to farm it up really quickly if possible.
Could all come down to this next Roshan.
Yeah.
If Liquid can put a stop to Vega getting their hands on the Aegis, they can close this game off. And likewise, if Vega can take control of the pit, they can certainly keep this game going.
Yeah. Silent has Aghanims finished up. I think he had it actually in the previous engagement too, but on the Rubik now he's actually able to steal more frequency of spells, and the not only the upgraded black hole, but you get the distance that you can steal as well from that Aghanims, so you can be further from the fight.
There we go. Smoke up from Liquid.
Really need to watch the positioning on Vega. They need to keep the Clockwork and the Rubik
eyes on Afterlife
outside of that black hole.
Slayer pushing in on bottom at the moment. When's the jump going to come? Vega still, amongst it all, they've kept full control of the base. They have all their wrecks still alive.
Yeah. Top lane pushing in very hard right now. Double catapult wave.
And Liquid may have to split back up and deal with that top lane. It looks like that's going to be the case.
Do we have full level 25s? Not just yet, right?
Only on a few, I think.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
on the majority of the cores. Yeah. What do you take on the Zeus? You said it's 2%.
In this game, I think he needs to keep his distance, but static field also for high ground defense could be pretty good. I think that one is in the eyes of the beholder, whichever one you feel you can make more happen, because you can either get more static fields off because of the cast range, or you can get less off because you don't have it in overall damage. I think the cast range is pretty damn sweet though, because it works on everything. It's not just damage. You can save, you can... Yeah.
Now Roshan is back up. Liquid, they're in the neighborhood. Will be spotted out by a rocket flare from Afterlife. See what the response is going to be from Vega. It is so hard for them to fight around this pit though with that black hole.
Yeah. Liquid's doing their best to make sure that these lanes aren't an issue. Bottom lane is starting to be one, though. Vega has already forced it all the way in.
I mean, Vega will take the mega creeps for losing Roche, won't they?
Oh, absolutely.
They'd take that trade. They know that they can force Liquid back, and as we can see, they already have.
My Control has an Arcane Rune. Those bots have 20 seconds. He has an 18-second cooldown on his bots when he has Arcane Rune.
And Vega have forced Liquid back. Let's see what else they can do with this. Lower dance, pushing the wave in.
Do they still have the gem on anybody?
Actually got Liquid moving out.
Matu's got gem on him still. So Slayer still needs to watch a bit of that positioning, and yeah, Vega, everybody's back. They just disengage.
Oh my goodness. Here comes the smoke. Liquid ready to come out. Look for a repeat of what they were able to achieve last time on the bottom lane. This time they're going to have to dive a little deeper for it though. As they move across their own jungle, Vega already backing off.
They got to make sure Liquid, when they do these smokes, just make sure you still deal with the lanes. The lanes are still the issue. They still always will be forced in. So Bear has to go to one lane, Eidolons have to push the other one out. And they're doing exactly that. And they're looking. They've got one ward on the map. It's got a sentry there too, so they've spotted Slayer now. Zuzo comes out, trying to get information from where everybody else is.
I know that Slayer's away from the team, but it's a bit of a tricky one to catch out. And it looks like the smoke won't be successful for Liquid. I mean, at least they do obviously shove Vega all the way back to their base, but as you say, the waves are pushing in against Liquid's side. They've got to back up. Mass pings onto Slayer.
Oh,
looks like, yeah, he'll be the one to get caught. Was trying to shove in this top lane, but there's no escape for the bounty hunter, so they get a kill. Does have buyback on the bounty.
Pretty significant kill at least though, because now they lose a lot of like map or not map control, but map like understanding what they know is happening on the map when they don't have that bounty. They play a little bit more defensive. Everybody kind of in their own jungle. Full Abyssal now finished up for Miracle.
So I imagine there's no buyback gold at all on it.
No buyback gold.
Totally in on that purchase.
And they're in. 50 seconds, no bounty. Trying to finish up this Roche as fast as possible. The rocket comes out. They are scouting it from Vega. Are they going to start making the movements?
I mean, well, Aloha is still on the bottom lane. He can shove this in pretty quickly. But the speed that they're taking Roche, it looks like Liquid should get away with this one.
Afterlife is going for a steal, it looks like. He drops the gem on the floor.
Is he going to do it? He is. He goes in. Has he got the chance to turn it around? It doesn't look like he has, and indeed he doesn't. Liquid get themselves the Roche kill, pick up the Aegis on Miracle. Afterlife, he may even pay with his own life here, as indeed Liquid jump in, take down the clock. Afterlife doesn't actually have buyback available. Down for 75 seconds.
It's the right move, honestly.
You feel to go for that sort of big balls
yeah,
play?
like he's like, I'm not farming anymore. His net worth has already been done for a long time. He's been doing his job anyway. He dropped the gem on the ground. He's like, I'm going for it.
Okay.
He probably told his team, he's like, I'm going there. Probably, yep, do it. That was a team decision.
Okay.
Zeus takes the cast range. So yeah, that one I think was pretty expected, because with the double cast range thing from Aetherlands and that, it's pretty sweet. 4 plus 420 cast range. That's pretty crazy from the two of them.
Aloha will be spotted out. Miracle's coming out with the Silver Edge. They know that it's just Aloha and Silent. There's the boots of travel coming into play. They are going to look to try and chase this one down. Quick blink out from Aloha Dance, and immediately with a TP away.
Yeah.
Keeps himself safe and avoids that movement from Liquid. And Liquid themselves now grouped up on the bottom.
Such a close game.
With that Aegis in hand.
I've been watching too, like at the double runes, because we've been past 40 minutes for quite a while. These double runes can be extremely significant in these type of engagements and this type of game. Like if they get like some big arcane rune on the Enigma, big DD on Miracle, things can definitely change.
He's a 16k gold lead for Liquid.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that they are yet still to take any of the racks away from VEGA Squadron.
That is pretty absurd. It's a 4 racks lead and the team is down that much.
How could they do it? I mean, Liquid...
They're still just, I mean, this is, they have to watch the lanes. That's the big thing. That's why they're playing like pretty passive in a way. They have to make sure that the lanes don't get forced in, because Rex is exposed is terrifying.
And the Lower Dance is playing very cheeky how he comes out on these side lanes.
Yeah.
One step wrong and he will be caught out. Looking to just continue to cut the creep waves.
And nobody else on the side of Vegas farming at all right now. What do we have Matu going for? What else has he gotten? I haven't been clicking on him too much after the Aghanims. I know he's going to get some auras, of course, for himself. And the Bear has the Basher finished up. And yeah, Boots of Travel. That was a bit while back, though. Zuso comes out. They spot the bounty. They know that he put that
Burrow
high ground
Strike
ward.
isn't going to connect, but yeah, it looks like... Can he get himself out of it? They get the bash. Whew.
They actually
Jump
had to commit the Omni and the Abyssal Blade. It's a very tanky bounty. When he gets low with those Guardian Greaves, so much armor.
I mean, I guess a game where the pace is going as slow as it is, it's like you see an opportunity for a kill at this stage, you take it.
Yeah. They get a D-Ward net 2 from it all, because they saw him out there. So good. I mean, overall, the Zeus ults from GH
yeah, look at the Bear with a split push, yeah.
Oh, nice. But now it's dead to the Bloodthorn.
Mid lane, sorry, bottom lane, Miracle back in again. Afterlife trying to block off the rest of the team there with the cogs. Miracle buys his way through it. Silent spamming them back out with the Fade Bolt, keeping control of this bottom set of racks, and Liquid have to be careful. Miracle very low on the Juggernaut. Does still have the Aegis. And knows that Vega will be hesitant to jump in with Mind Control behind them. Ready for a counterplay with the Black Hole. DD Rune up on the top lane, Haste on the bottom. And certainly is Liquid with the superior map control at this stage.
Definitely the right decisions that they ended up making too. Like the Battle Fear on the Jug and that Aghanims on the Longer is what's allowing them to be able to keep these lanes in the way they are. Of course, you know, the 4-man and 5-man Black Hole helps a lot, but that's definitely one of the solutions to deal with those, getting a team that takes 2 of your racks so early, 2 sets. Bot's now finished up on G.
Miracle just hunting.
Very slowly and steadily, Liquid is acquiring more and more net worth by a good margin, though. It was at 16K before, now it's at 23.
And I like that as well. Miracle, he's queuing up an E-Blade. I mean, anything that they can do to just sort of hold back the Sven in these fights.
Yeah,
and just take away his ability to punch after the BKB is pretty huge.
Sounds great to me.
And they've got good amounts of magical coming from the rest of the team to burst him down. GH, though, in the tree lines will be spotted out. They have the telekinesis, and he will be gone. So no escape for the Zeus here as VEGA surround him. GH down for nearly 2 minutes. And this is a man that does not have the luxury of buying back.
Yeah.
He's very close to having the gold. He's going to have the close in a bit, gold in a bit by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's only 18 gold
18 away. And they shouldn't be able to shove the lane in that hard. Bottom lane maybe, but the other two, they're going to have to back up and fix those issues. So Aloha sold his Echo Saber and put the Moon Shard in his inventory for that extra damage or attack speed.
Miracle has lost the Aegis. It's now expired on the Jug. So it's going to be one less thing for VEGA Squadron to worry about.
And who had the cheese? The bear, I'm assuming? Yeah.
Yes. Both teams really quite scared to push up to the high ground. 60-minute mark here being hit.
Hero levels, is it now all 25? Almost 21, 23, 24 on Clockwork, Bounty Hunter, and Rubik.
Which way could he go? How are we seeing mind control on his items?
He finished up
the
Shivas and he's got
refreshers,
buyback.
Got the Shivas, as you say. Yep, 3.1k. I mean, where does he go now? There's not really many places he can. Is there anything you can replace in his items?
No. I mean, maybe of course you swap the refresher and you get like maybe like an Aghanims and when you want to swap it in and out, stuff like that, but his items are perfect that he has right now. Maybe a Lincoln's at one point to just so the Ruby can't steal because maybe Clockwork isn't going to be reliable to steal, but I don't think that's even necessary. His items are perfect.
Oh, looks like VEGA may give it a bit of an attempt down bottom.
They're smoked up.
Oh, this is nice. If they can get that jump, Miracle on the sidelines with the silver edge.
He scouted the
smoke. Yeah. They know what's up, G. Up onto the high ground, pops the BKB, hook shot in from Afterlife, catching the Enigma on the backline, making it very hard for Mind Control to find the initiation that he needs. Jump forward there with the Burrow Strike, and Lower Arms goes for it, but again, Mind Control gets the black hole. It's all over on this bottom lane. A second black hole comes through. They lose 3. Again, Mind Control with the perfect hold, forcing VEGA back. Looks like they may just get G as well. He'll turn towards GH. He will bring down the Zeus with him. But Miracle's there with the chase down. G to fall as well. I say, the evasion, making it tricky. They do finally get him.
Oh my
these
goodness.
black holes.
They're beautiful. He didn't have Midnight Pulse for that one, but it doesn't matter. He got the hold. They have the damage without it, and he's got a secondary one right afterwards anyway, so just absolutely beautiful. Catching the perfect heroes, and nobody else is in position to steal. Clockwork's inside of it. Rubik too. Everybody that was in the crucial ones that to stop that hole were inside of it. Definitely need to watch their positioning still. And who ended up buying back on the side?
So a buyback come out from the Rubik.
All 3. Rubik,
and from the Sven.
and Viper.
Yeah, that's a lot of buybacks once again. Similar position that we were in about 7.5 minutes ago, where the mass buybacks came out from VEGA Squadron.
Everybody on Liquid now is just becoming absolutely massive, though. Diffusal being sold out by Jug, by Miracle.
He's got
Ethereal Blade finished up. Fully maxed out now.
Whew.
Kuroki as well, you know, nice casual 6,200 gold on him.
Where's that rapier?
Ethereal Blade's all around, right?
I mean,
pretty cool.
It's
Definitely
a good
possibility.
eye, especially with that BKB timing. I mean, I imagine it's definitely at the 5 seconds, isn't it, on a lower dance? With the way this game's going?
Yeah. I'm wondering what Kuroki's going to build. Like, he has a lot of gold. He's probably going to get the bots first, just so he can join always on the fights.
Could he just pick up a Hex for the team?
I think the Hex or the Ethereal Blade are the best choices, yeah.
That's exact.
What's Matumba looking at on his bear?
I think it's maxed. It should have a... What the hell is
the
it?
bear 6... Oh, yeah. Almost 6 now.
Mjolnir and Basher.
Hasn't got the
still no Abyss.
Okay. Hasn't got the Abyssal yet.
And I guess you could say he could replace the Solar Crest with a bigger item.
64 minutes in coming up.
Double black hole.
Nice.
Ready to go.
It's crazy.
Here we go. Smoke now. Good thing Liquid saved a lot of them because they've got so many now for the later stages, which are the important smokes.
This is really everything now for VEGA. They get caught out by a black hole or two, as you say. It is going to be GG. Where's the jump? Kuro, smoke dispelled. Slayer will be jumped upon. They'll look for the bounty, but the mass force is there to bring him back to safety. We'll make sure that Liquid don't find anything off the back of that initial smoke movement.
Liquid, though, doing all that smoke. They're keeping the side lanes pushed. Bottom, the Bear. Top, some Eidolons. Every single lane is being handled.
But still, yet to take any racks. The racks still all remaining alive for VEGA Squadron.
From the core of the universe, a treasure.
Remember this as well. VEGA was the team in the TI qualifiers that played the 2-hour and 30-minute game.
They were.
They were.
Versus
Mega Creeps.
Yeah.
For like 80 minutes.
Here we go,
the
bottom
black
lane.
hole.
Yeah, he's going to drop it. He sees the Sven. He knows that there's no buyback on Aloha.
That's just game. He's got the refresher too if he wants to, but he's got 60 seconds. That was with Arcane Rune. So the black hole's back up in 60 seconds.
They do have the stolen black hole though.
They do, that's
if
true.
If they could do something big with that, but you're right, it's not looking great. With no Sven for 100 seconds. Miracle getting gone upon. They're very close. Mind control there though with the second black hole. It will get cancelled though. BKB's coming out. G focusing Kuroki. They'll take down the Sand King. Kuroki, well, he takes his time, but they just finally fall. They're holding here, Vega. G just doing massive amounts of damage.
In the
Yule's
top
there
lane.
onto GH. GH has got into Matu. He's looking for the structures. He's looking for the objectives. He's already moving in onto the middle lane. He's just going for melee racks after melee racks. Can they stop this Bear? Slayer's onto him, but the Bear's just going ham. Double kill for Miracle as he picks up the Rubik. Buyback comes out from the clock, but they've lost the bottom racks. Liquid, they're cleaning up. Kuroki did buy back for this one. G looking to punish him. Comes back in with a Burrow Strike. Matuma Man actually getting caught out. Afterlife just doing it here with the Battery Assault. Bringing him down low. Matu will just keep himself alive as he's shoved back. Full stuff down to Afterlife to save him. Mind control again with the BKB. But G moves in. Actually finds Matuma Man. G still alive. Finally drops. And it looks like they will end up losing the bounty as well. They'll get themselves back in both Slayer and Afterlife. But they're going here for the finish here, Liquid. Onto the tier 4s. They've taken down one. They're looking for the second. And GG is called Liquid. Take the series, finally.
Holy crap.
But what a game. What a series.
What a series. What a back and forth series. The net worth was super close throughout the majority of this game. At one point, it's VEGA having the 2 sets of racks up, and Liquid still kind of leading the gold charts with it, but I think it really comes down to Mr. Mind Control himself.
You've got to give credit to Mind Control.
Got to give it to him.
You absolutely have. I mean, of course, the whole team certainly have their merits, but those definitely the black hole plays that you can point a finger to and say, this kept Liquid in the game, this allowed them to turn it around, slow down the state of it.
I love seeing when teams do that, though. It's that no hesitation. You see a team running up the high ground, and you're like, if they get to our high ground, that's when it's already a problem, because they're going to set up, they can pop their BKBs instantly and just start going. But if you jump on them right away as they're making their way up the hill, they don't expect it. It just causes such a ruckus, and everybody on VEGA got baited in, yeah, 4-man black hole.
Yeah. Crazy, crazy plays from Liquid. I mean, you know, if you enjoyed that, you're going to see more of Liquid very shortly. They are going to be playing in the next series up against Planet Odd, so that's going to be very exciting.
I'm dying over here. Owen's like breaking everything, like keyboard's some keys are starting to fly off and everything. He's just very excited.
Well, there we have it, though. Second series of the day. Liquid absolutely doing it. 2-0 victory against VEGA, knocking down VEGA to lower bracket. But we'll have the panel to tell you more about that one as we head straight back to Dakota.